the Boston Bastard Brigade, Omni-Street Inc., Wicked Anime, and Black Compet proudly present Duck Amuck in Japan.
Bastards and wenches, welcome to episode 52 of Duck Amuck in Japan. Hold back, the polar opposites. Our first episode of 2026. I am your King Baby Kevin Borgo, Mr. Ike Bukuro. Thank you as always for tuning in, and joining us as always, we have the king of all cat girls, the creator Solari's son, and the hard man with harder opinions, AFLM.
Yes, since the last time you saw me, I am now the proud owner of Ogre Cap and Tamamo Cross.
Yeah, very nice, very cool. Yes, we love our horse girls. And of course, we have our stupid, awesome analyst. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the line block, JonStar.
Hello, I'm playing Tetris.
Yes, how are you doing today with the Tetris?
I'm good, actually. This is a pretty decent run. I'm doing an endless run on Tetris Effect right now.
Terrific. And guys, it's our first show of 2026. Let's just, I know it's, January 24th when we're recording this, but let's just say a very happy new year to each of you and to our listeners and viewers.
Yeah, we were supposed to wish that a while ago, but scheduling just kind of got in the way.
Yeah, bro. So much has been going on in our lives that, we haven't had much time to really record.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let me first ask. So, I may know the answer to this, but New Year's Eve is kind of a special day for a certain somebody in your life, JonStar.
Mm-hmm.
So, you did something, I reckon, special for her, and...
Well, you know what's kind of funny is that it's really hard to get birthdays, together on New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that we are older now and people are doing less on New Year's Eve actually makes more people available. And so we actually got to have a good birthday party this year.
Excellent.
So kind of psyched about that. It was a lot of fun too. We had a great time.
That's amazing. And I take it you, Andrew, were part of the festivities?
I was there, and so was security guy Greg and some others. We all had a good time.
That's awesome. So for me, I went out to Shibuya. There's a great club that I go to very often. It is called the Ruby Room. And Ruby Room is a great venue, great bar, live music, DJs. I go there very often. A mixture of Japanese performers and foreign performers there. And I did something that I've never actually have done any New Year's Eve, and that is actually stay up all night and partied.
Really?
Yeah, so I went to this event at 6 p.m. I did not leave the event until 6:30 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
Listen, I've never done it before. I told myself, listen, the trains close at midnight. I don't want to miss out on the fun of midnight. Let's see if I can do this. And I did. I danced with a lot of really pretty women. I got to hear some great music, had some very tasty alcohol. It was great. I love it. Ruby Room is a fantastic venue. If you're a really good up-and-coming band and you're looking for a place to perform, definitely go there. They have open mic nights every week. And it's a great way to start to build an audience.
Yeah, book with Evan Borgel, Gaijin, booking, talent agent, etc., etc.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Very fun New Year's. I'm looking forward to hopefully I get to do it again next year. Hopefully. But for now, let us dive in. I think I totally forgot to do the screen capture for my... Well, I didn't. I had to shut off. Okay, here we go. So, welcome to episode 52 of Duck Amuck in Japan. Hold back the polar opposites. Let's see if I can get this going here. Oh, but first off, we have a bit of a shout out to give. A very special shout out to give. And that special shout out goes to Focused on Comics. Andrew, why am I giving a shout out to Focused on Comics?
Because my episode finally came out.
Yes. Andrew got interviewed on this podcast show, Focused on Comics, and got to talk all about Solarian Sun. And I listened to the whole thing from start to finish. It is great.
That was really great.
It was fantastic, with the exception of him forgetting the name of your comic book right at the beginning.
Well, it was one of those things where he's like, before the show started, he was like, "What's the name of your comic?" I was like, "Solarian Sun." It's like, okay. And I think it was one of those things where he was so focused on getting the show started that even though he said okay, it just kind of went in one ear and right out the other.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Oh crap, I forgot what it was." So when you're under that kind of pressure on the show, it's fine. But it was a really fun interview.
It was,
because I don't get to talk about myself a lot, right? Nor do I opt to talk about myself a lot, and it is really fun to be in a situation when the show is all about you. It just kind of is. It's really fun to have people ask you questions, talk about the things you care about, and then I get to display the knowledge of everything that I know about what I do. And I feel like an interview like that is a really good representation of what I believe about comics and what I believe about my own project. And it was just such a fun interview. And honestly, I think I was really articulate, which was much better because here's the big thing, right? Me and Jonathan actually had a talk. Me and Jonathan had to talk about this after the show aired, and Jonathan listened to it, which was very much. He was like, you are a different person than when you're on a show like this or Wicked Anime than when you were being interviewed. And I was like, yes, because who I am on this show is I am a character.
Yeah.
Like I'm like the hard man with harder opinions is a character.
Yes.
When you're talking to me about like Solarian Sun in my business, that's who I really am. Right. So if you want to listen to me out of character and just give like a genuine interview about the things that I care about and that I love, you should go listen to the Focused on Comics episode with me that just came out.
Yeah, and one thing that I think genuine is the right word for it as well, because like as I was listening to it, one of the things that I had thought about or said was like, wow, this is a really good resource for like students who want to understand how to get into comics and what to do. Like I honestly thought about it as a way that's like, could I share this interview with my students? And the answer was yes. Like it was good enough for it to be shared with younger audiences and, you know, anybody who is like, oh, what's it like to want to be an independent comic book creator? And it's like, oh, we'll just listen to AFLM talk about his book.
Yeah.
Solarians.
And
you know?
It's a telling sign that you have a really good interview where like, so I while I was listening to the interview, I was playing the game Skate Story, which, you know, my review of that is up right now. Amazing game, by the way. But it's telling where like what you're talking about is so interesting that I have to pause the game and like actually listen into the show. Because that's what happened while I was listening and watching and playing the game. Like I actually need to stop playing Skate Story and listening to this interview.
Thanks. Yeah, it was very fun. Obviously, the episode was running during my Kickstarter, so the Kickstarter's not available now. But if anybody's ever interested in like getting a book or something outside of convention season, I can make that work. I've shipped books to people outside of convention season before, just because like they hit me up and asking me like, hey, can you get me a book? And then I personally ship it to them through like we do payment through PayPal and stuff. But I still have some available. But I think it's a really good interview especially because he knew that it wasn't going to be out in time for the Kickstarter. That he was sure to not direct people to the Kickstarter. Like in the show, we talked about the Patreon a lot. Yes. So, and that is honestly the best way to support me is through subscription, through a subscription, so that you can get pages weekly. Absolutely. And so that was just. It was just great, and I'm gonna see him again because he's always coming in and out of conventions that I'm at, and so he always stops by and says hi. He's a cool dude.
Yes.
So see what happens. But the reason why it took so long to come out was because he lost his editor. So it, like on top of being a dad and being super dadcore and working like a second job, he also has to edit his own show now. So that's why it took so long, and it wasn't super confident in the ability to get it out for the Kickstarter season. But I still think the episode is super relevant.
Yeah.
To me.
Absolutely. And besides, I'm certain that you have another Kickstarter just waiting in the wings.
Oh, like right around the corner.
Yeah, legit, right around the corner.
Yeah, like, and when I say right around the corner, I mean months away. Probably, like halfway through this year. Within the next 6 months, there'll be another Kickstarter announcement.
Right, so it'll once again be super relevant.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, very cool. But so yeah, listeners, please check out Andrew's interview on Focus on Comics. I'll have a link in the episode description. Check it out and listen to the other interviews too. Please give this guy a lot of love because he did a great job with this interview.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. So now the previous episode we did was, of course, the wikis. The wicked muckies. And, we talk about the best and worst so far. But you know what, guys? There was one thing I totally forgot to do this year with the Wicked Muckies, and I'm here to fix that. Guess what, guys? It's time for a Quack Quiz 2025 edition!
Oh, yes. Get ready to watch us be real embarrassed about our listening skills.
Okay, yes. So, all right, now we've got questions revolving around anime, music, and movies, I believe. I don't think I have anything for video games. So, let's dive into the first question. Okay. Oh, yes, and food, I guess. Okay, the first question. What was the name of the pizza place in Shibuya that I raved about in episode 48?
Oh, jeez.
Cheese something. Cheezers.
Mystic Pizza 3.
Yeah.
I completely forget. I remember the story.
Oh yeah, I just remember. I remember the details of everything. That you had a 4-cheese pizza, and
this was the you can have too much cheese story.
No, this was before the you can have too much cheese pizza.
Oh, so this is the you can't have too much cheese.
Yes, this is where I said there is no such thing as too much cheese, and then the following episode, I'm like, I was wrong.
You found it.
All right. Also, shout out to Tempsu in the chat.
Yeah, Tempsu. Hey there.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember the name of the pizza place.
I don't remember the pizza place.
All right, it was called Kona.
Oh, okay. It was. Yes, I was right.
Really close to
hyper cheese or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, you remember this one. In the summer of 2025, Kura Sushi introduced a special sushi that made me focus 20 minutes of episode 43 around it. What was the sushi?
Oh.
What was the sushi? Oh my gosh.
I called it an abomination, but still gave it 5 stars.
Well, the only thing that I know was an abomination was corn on pizza.
You're still wrong about that.
And I absolutely correct assertion makes me think of corn sushi.
No, there is corn. There is corn tuna sushi. By the way, it does exist. I've never tried it, but it does exist.
That sounds awful.
I remember us talking about abomination sushi, but I don't remember what the filling
was. And it was
was.
even the episode title too.
Which is why we should remember it. But,
yes.
No, it's gone.
Okay, let's pull up that abomination. It was the bacon tempura sushi.
Oh man, that seems so obvious.
It is obvious, man. Come on.
But that's also because it sounds good. Bacon.
It is good. Like I said, it's an abomination to sushi. This is what Jiro has nightmares over.
Yeah.
But it's 5 out of 5.
Anime was a mistake.
Sushi was a mistake.
This was a mistake.
All right. Okay, let's talk about movies. What phrase in a Minecraft movie made audiences go wild to the point where we started to question the fate of humanity?
Chicken jockey.
Well, yeah, that's easy. Chicken jockey.
Finally, you got a question right.
I mean, that was an easy one.
that was low hanging.
That should have been question number one.
That should have been our warm up.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Okay, all right. Here's a little challenging one. On one of our favorite movies, Weapons. How much was the reward for any information regarding the missing children?
I thought it was like $50,000.
You're correct, JonStar.
Yeah.
Oh, which, by the way, Oscar nomination for Best Picture, Best Supporting Actors. I wish it got more nominations because it's such a great movie.
Wow. I
Yeah.
actually didn't know that. I'm out of the loop on the Oscars.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Sinners got 16 Oscar nominations, which
No, I'm not surprised by that.
yeah.
I feel that.
Okay. All right. All right, music questions. Name the opening acts that played alongside Twilight Force when I saw them at Shibuya Stream.
Oh, jeez. I
remember that they were some kind of power metal band.
You think?
No, like not to be funny, like
oh wait, Dragony was one of them.
Okay, yep, Dragony.
and then the other one was one because you got to meet them.
Yeah, I met almost everybody, yeah.
Yeah, you got to meet them.
And I have an
then-
autographed T-shirt of them in my in my closet.
Gosh, I forget what their name was though.
I do too. Were they the Japanese band?
No.
They weren't.
They weren't a Japanese band.
No.
The first band that went on was a mixture of Japanese and Europe.
Okay. All right.
And
yeah.
and that was actually one of the last concerts with the lead singer before they brought in the new guy.
So I remembered that detail. I was like, wasn't it one of the band's last performances? Like that was one of the things that was hanging in my head, and I thought that was part of it. But
Yeah, no, I absolutely remember the band because I remember the picture of you with them, and that like you have the shirt, and I forget their name. It was a U something, right? I don't know. No, okay. What was it?
All right, so you got Dragony right. It was Illusion Force. That was the one with the lead singer that was leaving, and then you had Nocturnal from Brazil.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Here's a number question. Being close to 5, how many concerts did I attend in 2025?
Being close to 5?
Mm-hmm.
like within 5 is what you mean?
Within 5.
Within 5. $1, Drew.
Oh my gosh, how do I even comprehend this? Like this one's not like a number that I know off the top of my head because I know you went to so many tiny shows.
Yeah. How many? Oh yeah. Do we count festivals as one event, or is each show?
Yeah, you can count it as one event. So I actually listed 2 numbers just in case.
I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say you went to 20 shows.
That's what I was gonna say. But I'm gonna be closer to like 45.
82.
What?
84.
Are you crazy, Evan? Holy crap!
What the man does. Jeez. Wow.
To be fair, a lot of the shows were like Top Secret Man and TsuShiMaMiRe, and my friends Ichiban Kawaii, either their DJ shows or Manzai like music shows sort of things. But like they still count.
That's nuts.
That's like really nuts. And I'm sure it's going to be more this year. I just like
maybe
feel it.
We'll see. We will see. All right. So now, this is the anime and manga portion, but this is going to be interesting. So, last year I went to many exhibitions focused primarily on anime and manga. I'll have a picture, and all you have to do is guess the anime or manga that it's from.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully this should be easy. So here's
Utilizing
the
the visual elements. Yeah. All right.
Here's the first one.
My Dress Up Darling.
Yeah, that one's My Dress Up Darling.
You are correct. That is My Dress Up Darling. Next one.
Card Captor Sakura. Oh wait, is it? No. Yes. Is it Card Captor?
No, I thought that would be Sailor Moon.
No.
Which one's that? What the heck? I don't know. I don't recognize that one for some reason.
All right. So this was Oshinoko. That's Metro's bedroom.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
I'm so unfamiliar with Oshinoko.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it. It's so good.
I know. I haven't even finished last season's animes yet.
All right. Next one.
Oh, that one's Drifters. So that was the
Yeah.
Kota Hirano.
Yep. Kota Hirano, Drifters, and Hellsing. Yeah, that's the infamous room that that they go through before they get shoved into a door and get sent to another world.
Yep.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, such a good show. Okay.
Oh, that's the Amagami sisters.
You are correct. Tying the knot with an Amagami sister.
I'm glad that you were on top of that one because I didn't know.
Okay, this one may be very hard.
No, this one's Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit, right? Or Shaun the Sheep?
Yeah, Shaun the Sheep. Good.
Okay,
Great
yeah.
job.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that was good.
All right, next one.
Oh, I don't recognize this one.
I mean, that looks like Junji Ito.
No, it also looks like it could be something like what's that freaking show called? Like Don 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 or something.
You are correct. It's Don Don
Okay.
Don.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Oh, that's City Hunter, isn't it?
Yep, this was the City Hunter 40th anniversary exhibition,
Cool.
Nice.
which was so cool getting to see the original Prince and everything.
Well,
yep,
Prince
City
was
Hunter.
there? That's awesome.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is that Black Butler?
Correct.
Okay.
Black Butler, a very small exhibition they held there. It wasn't a manga or anime, it was like a collaboration with like a very famous European restaurant. And it was them collaborating with Black Butler for an event.
Very good.
Yeah. And I believe this is the last one.
Huh. I don't recognize any of these
yeah, I don't
characters.
recognize this one either.
Okay. I wish you guys would watch this one because it's such a good series. It's Welcome to Demon School, Irumaku.
Oh, okay. Sure. I like barely recognize the characters. Like I kind of knew who they were, but yeah, I haven't seen it. And you're right. Yeah, that'd be fun to. I think you're right. I think that would be fun to watch.
It is such a good show.
I just have to have time to add another show into my catch up stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and with the 4th season coming out in April, yeah, you've got quite a bit to catch up on. But yeah, so these are all the exhibitions. That's the end of the Quack Quiz. But before
we did
finish,
terrible.
you always do
thank goodness.
terrible. That's your thing. I do the quiz. You get all the answers wrong. I look smart. You look dumb. That's how the show works.
Well, as long as you're not like really sad and disappointed in us, then that's okay with me.
I'm only disappointed in the bacon tempura sushi. Like, you should have known that one.
We should have done better at that one. I agree.
Yeah. But on the subject of anime and manga exhibitions, I did go to 2 different ones in the past month. So there was one held for Skip and Loafer at Science City. And I went there in time so that I could get the limited edition item at the store or at the event, which is this really nice looking bag. Hold on, I'm gonna blow up my screen for a bit here. So you get this really nice bag for Skip and Loafer. So it's like a, nice little thing you could put trinkets in. And what's nice too is, like, inside they have like manga panels
Oh wow.
from it. Yeah, it's really cool. I like. Yeah, it's very nice. So great exhibition. Looking forward to season 2 of Skip and Loafer. I can't show too many pictures because this is the original. Some of this is the original artwork from it, so I have to be like super careful not to be not docked, copywritten and whatever you want to call it. But very cool event, very very popular. I'm glad that Skip and Loafer has popularity because there were a lot of people there. It was the second day of the event, so
Very cool.
it was cool. It was nice. And the other event that I went to see was Black Lagoon.
Yes.
So this was a very tiny showcase because it wasn't original manga panels or anything like that. This was a showcase of a new form of art that has just recently been invented. So I have the pamphlet here. It's called metal canvas art. So all of these photos here, they're not painted. It's all metallic.
Okay.
So
I mean, isn't there a market for that in the US right now? Isn't I feel like a lot of YouTubers have like video game panels and stuff that they sell with on metal canvas.
Well, I don't know what the quality level of this, but apparently like this is a metal canvas where like the paint will never like fade away, the colors will never fade, it will never rot. These metal canvases are said to last like at least 1,000 years.
Jeez.
Oh, cow.
Generations upon generations of people will know.
The ancients will think we worship them as gods.
Yeah.
I mean, Revi is kind of goddess-like in.
Well, when they'll definitely know that, like kind of like how they like found that like statue of the fatty, and they were just like, oh, cavemen must have worshipped fat women, and then like this is a much better look. I would much prefer people in the future it's finding these and being like, oh wow, this is the ideal of women. I'd be like, yes, that is correct.
This is their fertility goddess. Actually,
yes,
you couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't be more wrong, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Quite the contrary.
Yeah. But speaking of Black Lagoon, it was the creator, Ray Hiroe, is his name correct?
Ray Hiroe,
recently revealed he kind of said it like this. It is not impossible for Black Lagoon, the anime, to come back this year.
Yeah, basically the way he said it was there is an above 0% chance, and it was just like, cool, thanks, Ray Hiroe. I mean, to be fair, there is a lot more content, but like if they jump back in with the Chinese spy storyline, it would be so great. Like I'd be like, this is so freaking awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But I think there was something between that and Roberto's Blood Trail, if I'm not mistaken. Unless actually maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was the direct story right after Roberto's Blood Trail.
Yes.
Man, I haven't seen Roberto's Blood Trail yet.
Really? Dude, we used a clip of it in our Who Cringed Last.
No, I never watched it.
You didn't?
I didn't. I never watched it. I mean, we might have used it in Who Cringed Last, but we never watched it. Or I never watched it. I know you
on
have
Crunchyroll,
it,
dude. Watch it.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll too, I guess. So.
All right.
It's good. There are some parts in it that I didn't remember from the manga, or they added from the manga that I was like, I'm not comfortable with that.
Well, I think I know what part you're talking about because I remember you told me about it in explicit detail.
Yeah. I just didn't know it was coming because like I read the manga and it wasn't in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah. All right. Very. So fingers crossed. Maybe more Black Lagoon anime. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'd be down.
It would be sick. Anyway, it is, as I said, 2026. It is the year of the horse.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now, yes, for the zodiac animals, it is the year of the horse. Now, what does the year of the horse mean? It means energy, freedom, adventure, forward momentum, strength, independence, and progress. So hopefully 2026 will be a very strong year for all three of us, and hopefully for you listeners and viewers.
Andrew, weren't you and I born on a year of a horse?
I believe so, yes.
Nice.
Cool. So with that in mind,
It makes so much sense now. Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about horse things that are cool.
Horses we think are cool.
And let's start out with the obvious.
Ogre recap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Uma Musume. Uma Musume is cool. Uma Musume is great. And over the break, they announced some brand new figures of Uma Musume Pretty Derby that I'm excited about. Yep, this is the relaxed time.
I will kill both of you if I can get these.
Yes.
They're like
That is-
we will give you relaxed time Ogre Recap and Tamamo Cross, but you have to kill the two closest people in your life. I'd be like, all right, fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sure I will be able to find these at a convention at some point because there's all kinds of relaxed time figures at conventions. So if I see them, I'm getting them. I don't care how much they cost.
I will punch a child for these figures.
Yeah. Unless, Evan, you can find them first and get them while you're in Japan and just, like, save it and hold it for me, you know?
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. All right. So, yeah, these figures, they look great. They're awesome. And, you know, it brought to mind a very famous Floor Cacao's comic. I think you know what might be coming. So, let's see if I can do this proper.
Oh yes, I am a pious man, but nothing can
Sway me from the path of righteousness.
Yeah.
Colonel Frollo, there are two cute horse girls outside with no shoes on.
Yeah, with no shoes on. Absolutely.
So yeah, very excited about those.
Sir, there's a dark-skinned woman with no shoes on out dancing outside. Oh, wonderful comic.
Yeah. All right. One of my favorite things related to horses. Fucked Up Year of the Horse, the Zodiac series that my hardcore punk faves release very not so often. So they've been doing these Zodiac albums for 20 years now, or Zodiac EPs originally. And Year of the Horse, which came out in 2021, is a 94-minute song. And it tells a story from start to finish.
Man.
It is awesome. It is great. It is amazing. And on the subject of this, so they're actually concluding the Zodiac this year. So Fucked Up last year released Year of the Goat, and then Year of the Monkey is coming in the spring, and then finally it ends with Year of the Rooster. And what's interesting about these three is these three tell one whole complete story. It is their interpretation of the famous Journey to the West. And on top of that, it's going to reintroduce all the other Zodiac animals into the narrative as well. So like the dog, the pig, the ox, the rat, the horse, everybody. I can't remember all the Zodiac animals off the top of my head. I tried to memorize it before this show, but I just could not. But I'm very excited about this. And right now, for the month of January, pay what you want for the current Zodiac albums and EPs. So you can buy them all for free if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. What I want is zero.
What I want is zero. So let's see, what other animal stuff? Oh, of course, one of my favorite episodes of Pokemon, the original series, the Rapidash episode.
Yeah, I remember that.
You could hear this picture, or hear this gif.
Yeah, as I very recently rewatched all of the first season of Pokemon.
Yes. With Veronica Taylor as Ash Ketchum in this one. So, yeah. All right. one of my favorite horses of all time. We have Secretariat from Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. He'd ring the doorbell. Who's at the door? And everyone would start doing the little dance like this, and Secretariat would come and dance outside or whatever.
Wait. So this is one costumed horse. Do you have the other one?
What do you mean the other costume horse?
I was just curious as to whether or not you had another costumed horse in this list.
I don't think I do.
You don't have the Hundreds of Beavers horse?
Oh my god! I am dumb. I totally should have. And I just watched it again the other day, and I'm like, man. I'm so dumb. Yeah,
That's a good horse gag.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
one of the best bits.
One of the best horse gags. All right, so we do have to bring up My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic.
It did. It definitely did happen. It definitely ruined an entire generation of kids.
We had a phase. We can't deny this. We actually watched the season 2 premiere live together. The three of us and Furniture Believer.
I think My Little Pony is a great piece of media. I think it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a brony though.
Right.
I understand why it's awesome and successful because it's great.
Yeah.
I'm not a brony.
Okay. All right. Yeah. But yeah, this was good. This was one of those shows that had no right to be as good as it was. So like, bravo to, what was it, Lauren Faust?
Lauren Faust.
Yeah, Lauren Faust. So yeah. We of course have the swamp.
Our decks are sinking.
Why are you so sad?
Oh man.
Yes.
Because we're all massive Magic players now. We're all Magic the Gathering players, and basically Magic the Gathering is being overrun with Universes Beyond stuff.
Yeah,
that was like one of the ones that we were talking about was doing a Universes Beyond of the Never-Ending Story, and the swamp. The full art swamp basic lands would be like the swamp of sadness with Artax like sinking into the into you stupid horse.
Would this be considered like our first childhood trauma?
Oh,
well,
definitely one of them.
Yeah.
One of them. I think the wolf was scarier though.
The wolf was definitely scarier. Yeah, but I mean, his best friend.
It was either the Swamp of Sadness in the Never-Ending Story, or it was the Hall of Heads in Return to Oz.
Oh yeah.
Oh, never saw Return to Oz, but
dude,
but
that movie.
The elongated limbs of the dudes on wheels is just like wicked creepy.
Yeah.
But Never-Ending Story, peak fantasy, great horse.
Yes. Dead hell. Great dead horse.
And he's a gray too.
Yeah, he's a great horse.
He's a gray.
All right.
Al Capone.
Quick Drama Gra, man. That classic cartoon when we were kids. Did you watch this much?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had Boomerang, so we would always see this kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed.
The original horse icon.
Yeah, the original talking horse. Put peanut butter under his lips. Make him look like he's talking.
I always thought it was like a string. That they're like, like that.
They actually fish hooked the horse.
All right. So this one, okay. One of you had the audacity of saying that Caddyshack 2 was better than Caddyshack 1.
Oh no, I didn't believe it. I just thought Caddyshack wasn't good at all.
Okay.
Which, don't get me wrong, I understand why people like Caddyshack. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I think your choice of Caddyshack is still very valid, Evan.
Okay, all right. But I'm here to show you the lone funny part of Caddyshack 2.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get this
That's
working.
so funny, dude.
The lone part. Come on, work. There we
it's
go.
not gonna- oh, there it goes. Okay.
There you go.
fart
That's
joke.
it. That's it. Yep, that's it. That's the only funny part of Caddyshack 2.
The year of the horse.
Year of the Horse. And lastly, I think this is a good choice for Final Horse.
My favorite princess movie.
Yes. Maximus.
What? Crazy. Jonathan likes a petite blonde girl? That's wild.
With no shoes on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, she's not wearing any shoes there, Flint. And
Well,
know,
that's
this
fine.
wouldn't be a problem if Flynn was the only person that he told this to, but he had to tell somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
That's right. Christine swoons over Flynn Rider, so we have an even trade here.
Yeah, that's right.
Null and void.
Yes. And that is our little thing about the year of a horse.
Wow.
So let us dive into the next thing, because, hey, guys, guess what? I turned 41 a couple of weeks ago.
Oh
Old.
my.
Old.
Oh my.
Yes, I know. I'm old. So I had a pretty good birthday. So to protect him, I'm not going to say his name, but I met up with a friend. We had an amazing lunch. And then afterwards, I went to a place that I've been wanting to check out for a while, but it was one of those places where I feel like I can't do this unless I have a friend with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that, my friends, is a place called, is it called Tension or, but yeah, Tension. And it's a gal bar.
Oh my.
Really?
Yes. So,
Huh.
So I went and checked out this place. It's called, or Gal Cafe. It's Gal Cafe, even though all they sell is alcohol. So you go there, 4,500 yen. It's all you can drink for an hour.
Oh my gosh.
An hour?
Yeah.
For essentially $45, like that's like one shot at any local bar.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's how they get you. So you can invite the girls to drink with you, but that costs extra. So,
Oh, yeah.
so you can either give them a drink like this big for 1,000 yen, or a drink this big for 2,000 yen.
And is it basically how long it takes them to finish the drink? Is how long they stay with you?
Kind of.
So
But
you're
they rotate.
basically
They rotate. So like, there's like, when I went there were like 4 gals that were working there. And when one finished the drink, she moved on to the next patron, and the next gal
see.
came around and such.
I see.
But-
That girl in the middle, like in the very dead center, is wicked cute.
Yeah, dude, believe me, like that's my type. Listen, I have a dream. Where one day I have a gal wife. That's my dream. It's a simple
You just
dream.
said the title of an anime that could come out at any moment.
Yes. I want a gal wife. That is my dream. I'm sorry. Gals are the best. I mean, there's plenty of anime and manga, and I've even had real life experiences with gals that like they're the best. They're cool. They're cute.
It's a style, so it's not like unheard of, but I
Yeah.
guess the style also kind of comes with a lifestyle. So I don't know.
Right.
There's like an idea behind it,
Of course.
and a philosophy behind it. I don't know if they're wife material, but whatever.
I know we're talking fictional characters, but you wouldn't say that Mary Kitagawa isn't
Correct. Yeah, and I think that's like almost the point of all these gal animes coming out is because I have to shout out a YouTuber who's really small, and I love his work.
Mm-hmm.
He only has like 4 videos out right now, but what is his YouTube channel? It is Teriyaki Japan 999.
Okay.
So Teriyaki Japan 999 is he's a Japanese native who speaks English and then critiques Japanese culture through a Western lens
Okay.
of like and all of his takes are super based. And one of the things, his latest episode, which I commented on, and actually my comment is kind of going like viral in comparison because he's a small channel, so it's got like over 100 likes.
Yes.
Was he was talking about relationships in Japan, how there's like a cheating culture in Japan, how there's all these things.
Yeah.
And my comment was about, isn't it weird how anime and like a thing that Japanese people have created, anime makes romance mangas or romance media that is nothing but the perfect relationship. Somebody who would never cheat on that other person, somebody who undying, and it's like they're thriving for something that they don't have.
Yeah.
Right? They would like their relationships in Japan to be like this. Like, My Dress Up Darling is so unrealistic because of how dedicated they are to one another. And Japan is just not like that. And so I was just kind of like, oh, wow, this is... And he really liked it. He commented on the post. He liked the post that I did. So he agreed with what I had to say in my version of it. So, but yes, that all comes down to like this whole gal lifestyle.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. So this was fun. Would I do it again? Maybe. But it's one of those things where it's like I can't do this alone. Because that was always my big thing, right? Is when I was going to Japan, and because I was traversing Japan alone, I didn't experience any stuff like this. One, because I couldn't speak Japanese. Two, because I didn't want to like awkwardly go into an establishment like this by myself. And like experience like the awkwardness of like trying to be served by somebody who's trying to play a role and I don't understand the role. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it did help that with the Japanese that I do know that I was able to converse with each and every one of them.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
As much as because this is what's great about these places is it's, you know, it does cost quite a bit, but you get the practicing. You get the practice, the conversation practicing. So
and you also kind of have to like know that they're just playing a part. Like they don't actually like you. They're there for a job and they're just playing a part.
Mm-hmm. Although one of the gals that worked there is now following me on Instagram. So
that's funny.
Yeah, but I know it's just a friend thing or something like that.
Well, and it's also. She's probably also like, oh, maybe if he likes me enough, he'll come back to see me, and then I get paid more money, kind of.
True,
thing.
That too. So this was fun. Tension. Now, the thing about the word tension. So we know in English when we hear tension, you think, oh man, uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah,
tension
negative connotation.
in Japan is more like energy, like. It's like the complete opposite of like what we actually use the word tension for.
Mm-hmm.
So I was curious about that, and they actually kindly explained to me why it's called tension. It's like, oh yeah, tension's a positive thing in Japan, not a negative thing.
It's because of your pants. It's that tension in your pants.
Shut up. So yeah, this was fun. So of course, you know, with me being my birthday, you got to treat yourself. You got to find yourself some really cool things. So I went to one of the secondhand anime shops, and I found a couple of things at this secondhand anime and music shop that I had to go and buy. And one of the first things I got to show you. So one of my favorite anime is a series called Non Byori. And I found this. So this is the character of Komori, but it's not a plushie of Komori herself. If you look closely, like you see like the special stitches right here. Yep. So I don't know if you've watched a lot of Non Byori, but there's the character of Hotaru. And she like kind of has a crush on Komori to the point where her room is filled with like these plushies that she herself made of Komori.
Yes.
So this is a replica of the plushies that she makes.
of the plus that she makes. Yeah.
Yes. So it was a really cool find. And as a big lover of the show, I had to have it. Now this was something I didn't even know existed. And it may seem like an ordinary animal plushie, but think of an anime when I show you this. So,
Okay. Oh, yeah. Love Hina. Amazing.
this is
Oh,
Tama
yeah.
from Love Hina.
Oh,
This is a plushie of Tama from Love Hina, made in 2001. So this was a Crane Game prize.
oh, nice.
And I got it for 1,000 yen. I looked online, they can go for about $80 for this.
Wow,
But I'm
that's
not selling it.
crazy.
And then, so the last thing I found, and so there's a music section, and I was looking through it, and I found a section for the pillows.
Okay.
And I found this. Now,
Okay.
this is an EP called Blank. The only way you can get this EP is through the fan club of the pillows.
Oh,
On top of that, this is the last thing they released before they broke up.
oh, dang.
No.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, so I own this now, which means I officially have every single Pillows studio recording.
Heck
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
dog. I am a true fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no beating that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, from Pantomime to Blank, from 1990 to 2024, I've got it all. I have everything that the Pillows ever recorded. Albums, B-sides, singles, you name it. It's either physical or digital. Or, well, I have it all digital, but, you know, I have a bunch of physical stuff, too, from the Pillows.
Right. Yeah.
So, I can officially say that I've completed my collection of music. They, of course, have a lot of concert DVDs and Blu-rays, but, you know, that's kind of a side quest compared to the actual music. So, those were the things that I managed to grab when, for my birthday, of course. So,
That's
yeah,
a pretty dang good birthday, man.
yeah, it was a pretty good birthday. Now, let us dive into, on the subject of music. So, first off, a couple of concerts that I attended, and one I attended right at the end of 2025, and that is Ayumi Hamasaki. Now, she is to J-pop what, let's say, Lady Gaga is to America, what Kylie Minogue is to Australia, and who would be a British female singer that's like really big, that is like on that level, on that tier?
Adele.
You know what's funny? Like, I actually looked that up. Like, Adele is the best-selling female solo artist in all of Britain, but like,
For
Adele
some
is
reason.
Adele is different. It's like Adele isn't like pop, like pop,
Right.
pop. Like she's like
Spice Girls.
Spice Girls, maybe. Yeah.
The Spice Girls.
But anyway, so Ayumi Hamasaki, I've been listening to her for 20 years, and my introduction to her actually came from an anime music video. I forget which anime it was, but they used her song Evolution, and as soon as I heard it, I instantly fell in love with her music. So, back in college radio, I used to play her a lot on the No Borders No Race podcast. I'd play her from time to time, and I've always wanted to see her live. Well, she did 2 shows for New Year's, and I went to the first show. And what was great about this show, so originally I was going to buy like a piece of merch, but there really wasn't anything there that like shouted, "Oh, that's something that I could see myself owning."
Yeah.
Everyone who went to the show like got one of these really cool light up fans. Yeah, let me bring it up a little bit closer here. So you can have it set like this, or you could go to seizure mode like that. And let me stop that before I actually cause a seizure.
Hey, look away, audience,
Yeah.
live audience, look away. Tabsu, look away.
So yeah, everybody got one of these like keepsakes, which, you know, which is awesome. It's like I was gonna pay like 5,000 yen for a glow stick, and instead I just got a free one. And, you know, when it's hot, you know, I can be like, oh, lordy, lordy, man, it is so hot and sweaty here. It actually has usage out of that. So I went to her show, Yoyogi Gymnasium, sold out show. She's one of the biggest acts in all of Japan, and one of the biggest acts in all of Asia, because she plays in all parts of Asia, sold out shows.
Dang.
Yeah, so she did a 22-song set. Here's the thing
good.
I didn't realize when I went to the show or after the show. So I'm watching it, amazing time. After the show after she did the show on the 30th, she posted this on Instagram. She had an accident during the show. So, like, apparently one of the stage mechanisms malfunctioned and she fell off of it.
Okay.
And for the life of me, I can't tell you when that happened. Like, they hit it so well, but like, apparently some people noticed.
Conspiracy.
Yeah. So this happened, but I didn't notice it. Anyway, it was a great show. Did 22 songs. She did Evolution, which made me happy. Born to Be is such a great song. Starting, Talking to Myself. Ayumi Hamasaki is amazing, and one of the reasons why I really love her too, and this is definitely in regards to her live shows, is that, yeah, she is why you're there. She is the main focus of the show. But she does her best to spotlight everybody that participates in the show. So, like, you know how sometimes when, like, a pop singer will, like, change a costume and, like, goes black, and then they show, like, they'll show, like, a long-ass montage or something. Like, you know, just some artsy montage or anything. Not her. So when she goes off stage and does a costume change, she lets everybody else have a chance to shine. So that's the band, which was super talented, super awesome, and the backup dancers as well. So every member of, like, Ayumi Hamasaki's, like, entourage gets a chance to show what they are made of. And it's like her way of showing, like without these people, my show wouldn't be the show that it is. And like, everybody gets a chance to shine when you're on that stage. Like, she doesn't hog the stage for herself, she shares it with everybody. And I like it when pop singers do that. I like it when artists and musicians do that, because it lets the people know that, hey, I don't know, thank you for coming here, but this show wouldn't be what it is without the people behind me. So,
Very good.
yeah, it was a great show. I made friends with the person sitting next to me, and the funny thing about this guy is, so, like, he sits next to me, he's kind of a big guy, but he's got, like, long, very stylized fingernails. And I'm like, oh, I bet this guy's a drag queen. So, like, we talk, we have fun at the show, we exchange Instagram, and I look on the Instagram, he is a drag queen. So, my I don't know if you want to call it drag queen senses, but I was correct. But he was a cool guy.
Well,
Shout out to him.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, I know quite a few people who also spend their time, like, going to Beyonce shows and things like that. And yeah, that's kind of the audience that you get with that sort of thing, is that.
Yeah.
I'm still on the, because I'm guessing this is a show that you couldn't bring, like, any of your cameras or record or anything to, right?
There was only one song where you could record.
Okay.
And it actually was, like, the theme of the song was, like,
yeah, and it wasn't the show, or it wasn't the song where this mystery malfunction happened, right?
No.
Because that's like one of the things that is I'm still on the malfunction thing.
Yeah.
So nobody could record, nobody could take video. So now there's this conspiracy of like, something happened and you didn't see it, and it makes me think, like, well, maybe it's just to drum up some cool, like, free advertising because there's this weird controversy going on that she fell off the stage, and yet there's like that video of the Powerwolf concert in like Minnesota or Missouri where Falk like falls off the stage and breaks his collarbone. Yeah, and it's just like that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the video of Falk falling off the stage and breaking his collarbone of that, but that's what we're looking for Ayumi.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. It was what song was it? I think it had to be Boys and Girls because it was like the second to last song they let us record. So it was Boys and Girls when they did it, and like the whole theme of like the dance and like the background imagery was like, you know, hashtag crap and, you know, all like the Insta and Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So like that part was like you could take out your phones and like record and do your thing with this one song.
I thought the way you said it was like actually like hashtag crap. I was like, oh cool. That's pretty metal.
Yeah.
That's punk rock.
Pretty based.
No, that was, you know, I'm just saying, you know what I mean. Anyway. Yeah. Great show. Awesome. Very happy to finally see her live in concert for someone that's been listening to her for
awesome.
Almost 20 years. And for 47, and not to mention, so she also has tinnitus. And like she actually can't hear now because the tinnitus is so overpowering that she actually has to, you know, lip read and stuff like that. For her to still be able to do shows like this and have that, like, power to her.
Dang, her tinnitus is so bad that she has to lip read?
Yeah.
What? Because I mean, I don't know if you know this, but both Jonathan and I both have tinnitus as well.
Yeah.
It's in my family's it's in my family blood. There's a chance. Not tinnitus. Meniere's disease.
Huh. Okay.
So Meniere's disease is where like your hearing starts to be lost.
Oh yeah, no. Ours is the constant ringing.
Oh, okay.
In our ears, like because that tinnitus is like there's a constant ringing in your ears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's like the bells are always going. That's what Jonathan and I have. So that's what she has too. But I can't imagine it being so bad that she can't hear. Like
right. So that's why I'm thinking it may be Meniere's disease that she has.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So you know, for her to be able to do this, still do the show, still record, still make music, even when she when she herself can't hear it as well. Yep. Like, man, props to her.
It's wild.
Yeah. You know, she was like this close to breaking out in America. You know, and
oh yeah.
Yeah, so like she even did like a song for a movie that was supposed to be this big blockbuster that everybody was waiting for, but of course the movie flopped. Do you know the movie I'm talking about?
Spice Worlds.
Avatar.
No.
I have no idea.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
No, shut up.
Yeah, she did a song for Dragon Ball Evolution, and like this was supposed to be her moment to like break out into the world because it's Dragon Ball. Everyone loves Dragon Ball. This is gonna be the best thing ever, and like, of course, no.
That what an entire misstep. Like that Hollywood is so delusional that they were like, this is awesome. Like this is totally Dragon Ball. Everybody's gonna love this.
Yeah, this close. What can you do? So that was this was my second to last concert. Last concert was the one that I went to for the New Year's Eve, stayed up till 6 a.m. But my first concert for 2026, Babymetal,
of course,
at Saitama Super Arena. So I bought a few things here from the event. So of course I'm wearing, you know, the Babymetal Fox God t-shirt. It's such a cool design. I'm trying to see if I can kind of stand up, show it a little bit here. You know, kitsunes are like kind of like my favorite, you know, yokai kind of spirit thing. And then like they have a nice cool like stylish metal band here that, see if I can put this on here. Come on. All right. So like I like it's got like it's the studded style of wristband, because I've always wanted to get myself a studded styled wristband for like shows like this, but they're always expensive. This was like 1,000 yen, But the last thing that I bought, and because that one of the first hits was Headbanger, and the thing about Headbanger was the neck brace. and yeah, so the Babymetal official neck brace, you put on like this, and this definitely comes in handy after a metal show, especially when you're you got, and then like afterwards you kind of put this back on there and be like, gotta make sure the neck feels better for tomorrow. And you know what? It's wild. It's wild to me that Babymetal is the first band to think of this, of like a neck brace.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you're not supposed to headbang with your neck.
I know.
It's your back and your shoulders, but it still messes with your head. Like that's the thing is like you get the head rush from doing that.
Right. But it's wild, like that Babymetal are the first like band to think of, oh, here's a fun idea for a product, a neck brace, because you're gonna be rocking your head so bad.
Yeah, no, it's very good.
It's good, but like, how is it? It's not. How was it like Metallica didn't think of this, Slayer didn't think of this, Megadeth, Judas Priest, like. Think of like all of these metal bands that could have been like, hey, it'd be funny if we sold neck braces. Like like our songs are so hardcore that after the show that they're gonna need to have something to prop their neck up. Like Babymetal's the first to think of this, and it's like it's brilliant. It's brilliant. More bands should do this. So I want to talk about the show because what was interesting about the show was the first half of the concert was devoted to Metal Fourth. And with Metal Fourth, they played the album from start to finish. So they did the entire album from start to finish, which on paper sounds like a great idea. But there's a problem with Metal Fourth. Do you know what that problem is?
No. Special guests?
Yes. Special guests. Most of the songs on the album require the special guest there. In fact, how many special guests are on this album? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 8 out of the 10 songs have a special guest. And you would think, okay, they've been planning this concert for months. You would think that at least one of these special guests would show up. But no. Like there no special guest, it was just Babymetal.
Wow.
And that kind of like bugged me a bit because like a lot of these songs, especially like Rat-tat-tat-tat, as song 3 with like Slaughter to Prevail, like a lot of these songs were the songs that they were because like half the work was for what came from the other bands.
Yeah, that's like the whole point of it is the songs kind of thrive on the guest.
Yes. And all they had was just like a video footage of the band. That's it, of the special guest. And it was very disappointing that none of them could come and actually join the band on the stage. That does lead me to my second complaint about the show. And that is they're no longer the Kami band, but they're backing band. So they're there, but they're so far back in the because there's a stage there's the center stage, that's where Babymetal is, and then there's like this ramp that goes to like all the way in the back, and way in the back there's the Kami band or whatever you want to call it.
I see it, yeah.
And like maybe it was just my angle of the seats, but I wish there was a way I could see the Kami band more because they are very talented and they are part of what makes Babymetal great.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the Kami band is cool, and it's part of a metal show is that you get to see some metal get played. Yes. And if you don't see the band, then it's kind of it's kind of not like the way that you see a metal show. It's just not how it works.
The thing that really shocks me the most is that no one's talking about TsuMetal's voice. There were times where she was singing, and you can tell that it's cracking. She's straining.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, I'm worried that maybe that something is going on with her vocal cords. So this actually happened to voice actress Rie Takahashi last year, the voice of Megaman and Takagi-san. She had to have surgery on her vocal cords, and because like her voice was like cracking and wasn't at 100%, she had to have surgery. And thankfully, she only had to take a month rest before it was 100% again. But I'm worried that like TsuMetal has like all these shows lined up. Babymetal has all these shows lined up, and it's very clear that TsuMetal's voice isn't 100%. And I'm worried that she'll be doing so many shows that she may cause permanent damage to her vocal cords.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if there's one thing I know about the Japanese music industry, as horrible as it is, the one thing that they do is they are very aware of their talent.
Yes.
So that's not something that I'm necessarily worried about, but it is kind of a signifier of, okay, you've been doing Babymetal for a very long time. When are you gonna quit and retire?
I mean, there have been bands who have been doing things much longer than 15 years, though.
Right.
No, I know, but she's also not a child anymore. Like, because they started doing Babymetal when they were children.
Right. So TsuMetal was 12, and Yui and Moemetal were 10 years old when they started.
Yeah, that's not typical. So
Yeah. So like that would make so TsuMetal I think is 27. Moemetal is 25. I think Momometal is the youngest. I think she's only 23. But like, I feel like they need a break. They need to check her voice, and the thing is, she has a pop singer voice. Like Ayumi Hamasaki, who I just talked about, has been doing this for almost 30 years, and like her voice is still peak. But she knows when to take a break here and there. The thing with Babymetal, and like, I guess you can say this with a lot of idol groups, is like it's constantly nonstop. So it's like if they're not doing a show, they're recording. If they're not recording, they're doing a show. So I feel like Babymetal needs to whatever they have scheduled now, do that, and then take a break, take a breather for a year, find out what's going on with TsuMetal's voice, get that fixed, and then dive into what should be the next phase for Babymetal. Because I don't want something to happen I don't want it to become so problematic that it forces TsuMetal to stop singing and stop performing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, those were my three concerns. No special guests. Combi Band was kind of pushed in the back, and TsuMetal's voice just wasn't 100%. It was a fun show. Let me say that too. It's just a fun show. Good set list after the Metal Force stuff. They pulled out Catch Me If You Can, Elevator Girl, but there's definitely some flaws that need to be ironed out and taken care of before it becomes a permanent issue, becomes a permanent problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to say this. I needed to say this because nobody else is saying it.
I almost kind of feel when it comes to Babymetal that the gimmick is kind of over. You know?
Maybe.
There's also been a lot of newcomers that have done similar things, yet kind of better. Like Hanabiye is like a huge thing now.
Yeah,
I think Hanabiye is easily a better band.
Hanabiye, Broken by the Scream. Yeah, because last year I went and saw a really good idol group called Leyron, and they're very much in the same vein as Broken by the Scream, and they're very hard, like pop metal style, and like I feel like a group like that can easily like take the reins from here. Like, baby, as much as I don't want to say that, but like if this is a situation where like Babymetal does have to call it quits, at least there are bands that could come in and be like, we'll take it from here.
Well, at least scratch the itch for the fans.
Yeah, I just don't have a problem saying that, you know? I think it's fine. I think Babymetal was a gimmick, and it was a very good gimmick. And the gimmick has kind of run the gambit, and if that means it's kind of over, like, that's fine, honestly.
Okay. All right. Understandable. All right. So now, those are the concerts I saw, but still on the subject of music. Talk about something that has taken well over 15 years to come out. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, before I mention that, so I totally forgot to say this. So this was actually the last show at Saitama Super Arena before they actually closed it down for renovations.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, never mind. Okay. Protomen! Protomen! My gosh, we actually finally got Act 3 of Protomen.
Yeah.
This city made us. So, keep this in mind. 20 years ago, the first album came out, Act 1. Act 2 came out 4 years after. Yeah, dude, it's almost 16 years waiting for this third act to come out. And John, you were the one who actually brought this up, like that Protomen.
Yeah, you know, it's really funny because like I actually hadn't really actively listened to the Protomen all that much. It was a thing that was attached to Wicked Anime in the sense that everybody at Nerdy Show knew who they were because they were, I think, like at a time, Nerdy Show actually like funded them.
Yeah, in a way. They were friends of the network.
Yeah, because they played
personal friends,
right? Yeah, and so we knew them through that sense, but I hadn't really ever really listened to their music. And when I did, I was like, I don't really know what I think about this. And so when one of my associates at work at my job was like, do you know the Protomen? And I was just like, actually, and I told him the whole, you know, kind of history of how I'm connected to them in a way. Yeah. And so, you know, that was a whole thing. And then I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. That's pretty cool. And so I did check it out. And I think that this is absolutely their best work, like definitively just really dang good music.
Yes.
The way that I had initially described it is that it's the best Pat Benatar album that has been released since the 80s.
Wow.
And it's just really good. It's a fun album. I don't think there was a track on this album that was as strong as, let's say, a track like Hounds from Part 2. Hounds is just like a banger of a song. Mm-hmm. But overall, the entire album is cohesive and it sounds so dang good. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of fun. And after you listen to part 1 and 2 and you're like, okay, I understand now what we get from the Protomen and what we get out of this. You know, it's a very warm welcome from what you hear from them. Like when you hear, you know, the Dr. Light tracks and everything, and you're like, cool, it's Dr. Light again, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's really neat. I enjoyed it a lot.
So I actually marathoned through all 3 acts, like this past week, like in one sitting. So I listened to Act 1, and I forgot that Protomen kind of started out with like this garage rock, kind of like Black Keys, the White Stripes kind of sound, if you want to call it like that, with the first act. And then it was Act 2, where they like really got into that new wave, futuristic rock kind of sound that really felt more fit with the world of Protomen and the Mega Man world and such. And then I listened to Act 3, and I do agree with you. This is their best work. This is their strongest album. How this album ends. So the last song, The Fate of Thomas Light, it shook me. Like, you listen to what happens. You hear the sound effects in that song.
Yeah.
And what after that song ended, I just sat there in silence for 10 minutes. I'm not joking. Like I was like, I don't know how to really explain this feeling where it's like props to the person who like was in charge of mixing everything. It felt like it was me that was being hung. It was like it was creepy. It was scary.
Yeah. I know it was kind of a shock too. I don't remember that part in Mega Man. But
no. Well, this is the thing. So like, this is a rock opera, and most operas end in tragedy. Like the Protomen albums, Act 1 ends with the death of so many people. Act 2 ends with the death of so many people. So you would hope that maybe something good will happen at the end of Act 3. Nope, no, it's tragedy. Almost every rock opera, every opera ends in tragedy, so it kind of fits with that motif. So like when you listen to a rock, like Who's Tommy ends in tragedy because everyone abandons Tommy at the end. The Hazards of Love by the Decemberists ends in tragedy because the lovers die at the end. David Comes to Life kind of ends in a tragedy. Fucked Up's album David Comes to Life because David is forced to relive these events over and over and over again. He's forced to see his love Veronica die over and over and over again. That's kind of a tragedy. It's like there really is, like when you think about rock operas in general, like you should know going into it that it's not gonna end on a good note. And like Protomen really hit that nail on the head with Act 3. Sorry if that sounded like a little bit of rambling, but I'm still in shock. Number one, just how good this album is, and number two, just how I felt afterwards. I can't remember the last time I've ever listened to an album that made me just listen to nothing, complete silence for 10 minutes straight afterwards. Because normally I'm like, oh, that was great, I'll move on to the next thing. No, like I had to like sit down and like contemplate what I just heard. And like I cannot remember any album in the past that has done that to me. So Protomen deserves a lot of props for managing to pull something like that. Yeah, it's a great album. Yeah. I'm glad that they're back. I'm glad that they were able to finally do this. The question now is, so like, do you know the storyline, John? So like, because of how it ends technically and...
Yeah, so it follows the story of Dr. Light, and so like Act 1 is him building Protoman, the guy, the robot that he built before Mega Man. And so Protoman was this robot that was designed to destroy the robots that Dr. Wily built, and Protoman revolted against that and joined Dr. Wily, and in some turn of events, everybody sees Dr. Light as the bad guy of some sort. And then Act 2 was him going through that. Like Act 2 was essentially like the tragedy of Dr. Light being condemned by the general public. And
then
to
his
be honest
wife Emily being killed too.
Yeah, right. Act 3, I don't really know what where Act 3 went. It was good music, but like I hadn't really absorbed what the story was following just yet. I was like listening for hints of like Mega Man actually being created, but it didn't seem like it went in that route. The only thing that I know is that Dr. Light, I don't think, is a part of the Mega Man X series. And so I was like, was Act 2 Mega Man and Act 3 Mega Man X?
So I know. So Act 2 is technically a flashback. So from what I've read, Act 1 is actually him building Mega Man and him going up against Protomen. And then Mega Man actually throwing down his gun and walking away. Act 2 is the origin story of Dr. Wily and Dr. Light, and like what happened and what has caused all this to happen in Act 1. And then Act 3 continues where Act 1 left off. And like someone's trying to find Mega Man, and Dr. Light is trying to see Dr. Wily, have that final showdown because Dr. Wily had one of his robots kill his wife, that sort of thing. And okay, so like spoiler alert, Dr. Light dies at the end. So so like as the title of the episode or the title of the song is The Fate of Thomas Light, that's him being hung. And just as he's being hung, Mega Man finally arrives back into the city. Sorry, my headphones just popped out. So that leads me to wonder whether or not there'll be an Act 4 where Mega Man continues the story.
Yeah.
So, okay. So that is the whole thing. Again, great album. Should be noted too, if you live where the Protomen are from, which is Nashville, Tennessee, they're doing a 3-night show. They're doing a 3-night event where they're playing all the acts in their entirety.
Oh my gosh.
June 18th to the 20th. I think this is right before Bonnaroo too. I think this is right before Bonnaroo happens, which is also Nashville, Tennessee. But what I find interesting is that they're actually telling the story in chronological order. So you'll see June 18th is Act 2, 19th is Act 1, and the 20th is Act 3.
My word.
Yeah. So, yeah. Great job, Protomen. All right.
Good album.
All right, Andrew, you can wake up now.
I'm here.
All right. Finally, we can hopefully talk about Winter 26 anime first impressions. So,
I'm ready.
Yeah, all right. So, as you know, we'll start with the continuing shows. We'll continue returning shows, and then remakes and the new stuff. So, first off, the continuing returning series. The first show is The Return of Fire Force. I am very excited to see how this turns into Soul Eater, because it was revealed that this show is a prequel to Soul Eater. The question is, how does the narrative of Fire Force fit into what Soul Eater becomes? And slowly but surely, you're getting that answer. I don't remember if either of you two are watching this or not.
No, I did not like Fire Force.
Okay, all right. Okay, so let's get there. All right. My Hero Academia, Vigilantes. For me, this is the good story. Like, as much as I enjoy My Hero Academia, which finally concluded last season. To me, I love the stories of the Crawler, Pop Step, and Knuckle Duster way more than the story of Deku. There's a little bit more of a gritty feel to the story. It's definitely kind of got like that, where the main story is like Marvel DC. This feels more like Image Comics. It's a good show. Great. I'm happy that they're continuing on with the spin-off. And I'm very excited to see the entirety of this manga being animated.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Next up here, Chained Soldier, season 2.
Perfect.
One of the finer fan service series out there. So, for those who don't know, this is actually from the same creator as Akame ga Kill.
Yeah.
But basically,
that makes a lot of sense.
But basically, it's like, what if all the girls were S-Death? What if all of them were the sadists?
And then they actually got naked.
Yeah, and they actually got naked. Now, they actually changed the animation studio for season 2.
Oh.
But this is good, because now it's Passion that's animating it, and not 7 Arcs. Passion is responsible for stuff like Interspecies Reviewers, Nukitashi the Animation, so of course, they're masters of doing etchy stuff. But they also did the new Spice and Wolf, and they did the last 2 seasons of Higurashi. So they know how to make things both beautiful, and they know how to make things violent and etchy. So, yeah. I'm happy. I like Chained Soldier too. I like it for the right reasons and the wrong reasons.
I gotta be honest, like, I kind of want to try it. I kind of want to see what it's like, but also...
Yeah, it's on my list, like, because it takes a lot for me to jump over to High Dive and watch something, because High Dive's app is such garbage.
Yeah, it's ass.
So, because everything's so convenient on Crunchyroll, but this is on my list over on, but it's kind of like my same radar as something like Wedding Rings. Like I haven't finished Wedding Rings because like I don't want to like bed down at night and be like, I'm gonna watch an anime before bed, and it's like, oh, I'm fully torqued. Like, you know, it's just like not it's not something I want to do. Like so like all the anime that are like ecchi and like meant to be titillating and stuff, like I don't sit down and watch those. Like I have to be in a mood to watch them, and it's not very often.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
But it's still on my list.
Okay. It's good. It's entertaining. I like it. For right reasons and wrong reasons. All right. Season 2 of 'Tis Time for Torture Princess. I know it's the same joke, but I like the joke.
Well, it was weird because I didn't know this was coming out. I didn't know there was a second season, and then when it came up in the simulcast, I was like, "Oh, is like the dub coming out? Like that's kind of weird." I had no idea that a season 2 was even a thing.
Yeah, and the first episode kind of makes fun of it being the season 2 announcement, where like, so like you know how like the demon. So you've watched a few episodes. I know you didn't watch the whole thing, correct?
Oh no, I've seen the whole first season. I love it.
Oh, okay, nice. So like season 2 opens with the season 2 announcement of the Demon Lord's favorite anime. And so like, so it's kind of like an in joke of like, oh, we are celebrating our second season. So they bring out a cake for Hime-sama and like, oh, yeah, you can enjoy this cake, but we're not going to let you blow out the candles. And that's the thing that they use to torture her with.
That's
I think it's a cute show. I like it.
I like it too.
And I like the character designs. I like the characters. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun show. It's adorable.
I was just blindsided by it because I had no idea that season 2 was coming out.
Yeah. And I'm glad it is. It's a good show. It's a good show to wake up to in the morning to watch. Now, Studio Mappa actually is doing 2 shows this season. So, season 2 of Hell's Paradise, which is continuing on the quest of this ninja who is sent to this island where nobody ever returns from to pick up this flower that's supposed to bring you immortality. And, you know, the reason why he's going is he wants his freedom and he wants to be reunited with his wife. And they don't tell you whether or not the wife is alive or dead or not. And, like, that's like kind of like that's like the thing that's hanging over for my head is we're like, he keeps talking about wanting to meet up with his wife again, be reunited with her. Is she still alive? Like, they see the flashbacks with her, but is she, when he reunites, will it be on the land of the living or in the land of the dead? Very impressive animation, very cool action sequences. But, like, what's wild is, like, Mappa's doing Hell's Paradise Season 2, but they're also doing the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen at the same time. And, like, those animators must be, like, near death every day drawing both of these shows.
They've got to be getting paid at least $1.
Yeah, it's definitely an A team and a B team doing it.
Yeah. And I will say this. So, like, I like the Culling Game arc. Like, this is the arc that drew me back into enjoying Jujutsu Kaisen. Because I absolutely hated the Shibuya incident. Mm-hmm. It was one of those storylines that could have just taken 3 or 4 episodes, but they dragged it out. 17 episodes of the anime, over 60 chapters of the manga. So, like, imagine having to read, which I did, having to read a year's worth, maybe even, like, because of the way that manga is released, a year and a half of a storyline that just made you go, get on with it!
Yeah.
So, the Culling Game is when things get good again. So they all have to enter this fighting competition, and as they earn points, they can add rules to the game. And the objective, of course, is to save Gojo and get him out of that weird little box thing.
I have no idea what Jujutsu Kaisen is about. I have zero reference to the show whatsoever. It's always been on my list. Yeah, it's always been on my list to start watching, but yeah, it's like that's like my introduction to the show is Aztecs in this show. Like, that's
yes. Aztec. Shout out to you, Aztec, from Hybrid Thoughts. All right. So, speaking of a show that you have no idea about, Oshinoko Season 3.
Yeah. It's been on my list.
It's on your list.
Haven't watched it yet.
Now, what's interesting too now is like the dynamics of the twins have changed. The brother now just doesn't have much of an interest in finding the killer because he thinks the killer is dead. But now the sister has a bigger interest in finding the killer of their mother, and even though she doesn't know the full story, it's good. This is Dogakoba, animation-wise, at its best. To me, I still think shows they're at their top tier when they're doing stuff like New Game and Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle. But when it comes to like a show like Oshinoko drama, like Dogakoba really is cooking animation-wise. It looks so damn good. Highly recommend checking it out.
Mm-hmm.
Trigun is back. Trigun Stargaze. Man,
this was the first season of Trigun was like when they were kind of restarting the whole thing was really good.
Yeah.
Like animation, action was really good. I have not seen Stargaze.
It's very good. So like so Millie is finally there. Millie Thompson is finally doing. Yeah. Yeah, Millie, right? Millie's the tall one. So it's Millie, the tall one, and the short one is what's her name again?
I don't remember.
But we all know Millie. Millie is finally part of the story. Kind of dealing with the aftermath of what happened in season 1 in the first 2 episodes. And basically you're watching Vash kind of rediscover himself. Like he's become a shell of his former self. And it takes two people who aren't any of the people that you see on the screen here to come in and kind of snap him back into becoming Vash. So it's been great. Animation's stellar, story's very good, and one of my favorites, Ano, she's doing the opening theme song.
Nice.
And it's a good song. She screams hard in this song. It's good, it's great, it's awesome. But lastly, I think the one that both of you are most interested in.
I'm just waiting for Freerun to come up.
There you go. There it is. Here's Freerun. Freerun
Finally.
is back. Freerun is back.
And it's awesome.
It is awesome. It is
Love
great.
Freerun.
It was a really good first episode.
Very good first episode. I just watched the second episode too.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay.
I just,
all right. Yeah.
Because I watch my anime at night, so.
Okay. You will enjoy the second episode then.
Of course I will. It's Freerun.
It's Freerun. Yeah.
Duh.
This is there.
Don't even ask. Just bring it.
Yeah, just bring it. Freerun is awesome. It's beautiful. Good story. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the main story yet is going to be with the second season. So, Temsu. So I believe the manga is back of Freerun.
I mean, yeah, I think what probably happened is the manga was on hiatus, and then because of the stellar response, at least this is what it would do for me. If I went on hiatus of a story and then they made property of my story, and then it come to find out that it is like one of the most popular things that has ever come out in a while, that people loved it so much that it kind of created this phenomenon, that would revitalize me to start doing it again.
Yes.
So
I agree.
I'm wondering if that's what happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, yes, Oh Happy Day, I agree. Freerun is one of my favorites in a long time.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to have it back.
So season 1 is like number 1 on my anime list. Like if something finally knocked down my Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And like so I think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood currently is 4. So like Freerun season 1 and 2 are like 1 and 2 on the list.
Jeez.
And I believe number 3 is the Chainsaw Man movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad. Freerun's back. I'm happy. More Elf Girl, more of that smile, more of the pout, more of Stark being like, I'm not as strong as I think I am, or you think I am, or however it is. Anyway, we're glad. I'm happy. We're happy. Everyone should be happy with Freerun.
Everyone's happy. Freerun is back.
All right. So we only have. So I don't know how to like. I don't know if this is a remake, a continuation, however, but like Ronin Warriors is back under its original name, Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers, and man, that first episode has a high body count.
It was really weird. Like it was a really strange first episode.
Yeah,
that I enjoyed.
I enjoyed it. It's like, because like here's the thing: people forget that Ronin Warriors was like before Dragon Ball Z, before Sailor Moon. Ronin Warriors was the very first anime to air on Toonami. Like back when it was all Johnny Quest and old Space Ghost episodes and all these other like old Hanna-Barbera shows, Ronin Warriors was the first anime that was added to the roster. And that's what like transformed Toonami into the anime block.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's great seeing this. One thing I'm trying to figure out. So you're noticing a lot of these characters are singing songs while they're fighting, or like they're hearing all these songs from the 80s playing in the background. A lot of those songs are by a band called the Blue Hearts. They are one of the most iconic punk rock bands in Japanese history. They broke up back in 1995. I'm actually seeing a band in March that has the lead singer and guitarist from the Blue Hearts in it, a band called the Chromanians. But like, even though they've had this band for like 20 years, people still talk about the Blue Hearts because of how iconic they were. Like, they were a breath of fresh air in music, in the same way X Japan was for metal. X Japan did for metal in Japan what the Blue Hearts did for punk in Japan. But I'm wondering why they're using so many of their songs in this show, because I don't remember Ronin Warriors at all having this tie-in at all to a band.
Like a musical aspect?
Yeah, a musical aspect. I don't remember it at all.
I don't know.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to help you with that one either.
I didn't even watch the first episode of Ronin Warriors, so I'm lost.
Okay. But it's good. It's very good animation, good action, very gory, very bloody. A lot more bloody than I remember from Tsunami days.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people definitely died in it, and I like the idea too that they're taking with it, where it's like, oh yeah, it's like these, pretty boys who are hired to look like the Ronin Warriors, and then the real Ronin Warriors show up and do the job, and all that. But then like one of them who was a pretty boy paid actor is like, but what about Justice, guys? And then like the other ones are like, Justice, what about the paycheck, boy? And then they die.
Yeah, it's been entertaining. I'm enjoying it. Okay, now we lead into the new series. So the first one on here is one I think that you watched, John. A misanthrope teaches a class for demi-humans.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of that as well.
Yeah,
okay.
I watched it. I definitely watched that one.
That doesn't sound promising.
Well, I didn't say I enjoyed it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I saw it because I'm a sucker for shows where it's like Monster Girls. Because like I like the interviews with Monster Girls, and I was hoping it would be something similar to that. But it's not, I take it. Or tries to be, but it fails.
I don't know, man. It was just so boring. Like I didn't even find any of the characters engaging, or like anything that they were saying was interesting. I thought that the main character was kind of annoying. And it was like, I wish I could find a job like he does, where they're just like, hey, are you a teacher? And he's like, yeah, I'm a teacher. And then like he gets a job, it's it's super unrealistic.
Yeah, well, especially because at the beginning of the episode, his mom's just like, I'm really worried that you've been out of work for a year. And it's like, whoa, wait, what? How's he been surviving all this time without a job for an entire year? He's just playing video games. His mom is totally cool with it. She's like, you should try the teacher thing out again.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
what do you mean try it out again? Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, it was just a really weird, odd setup.
Well, because the idea of the show itself, I don't know if you know the premise of the show, where he gets hired by the school who houses monster girls. And the reason why they're housing monster girls is so that they can integrate into the human world, because they want to be humans.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have to like disguise themselves. And so he is like the human teacher who teaches. It's basically like a Japanese English class where they're learning English, except they're learning the language of humans. Like they're learning human class, where they get to learn to be human.
Okay.
That's the premise. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Well, it sounds interesting, but it sounds like it's not interesting.
I liked it a little bit more than Jonathan did, but I understand that it's... I don't know. I like the bunny girl. I think that's about it.
Didn't we have a conversation about bunny girls? And no, that was the outfit. Bunny girl outfits are not as sexy as they make it seem like.
That's right. That's true.
Okay.
They don't deserve to be in the toppest of tiers as they are.
Yes. All right. Okay, next show. An Adventurer's Daily Grind at age 29. I'm actually enjoying this one.
I love this show.
Yes.
Actually, I love this show.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
it's on my
it's
list, but I haven't
so
watched it yet.
good.
It's so fun.
Yeah. The characters are interesting. The slimes are a slime that I would draw.
Yeah.
They're so good.
It's fun. They're funny. They got like the googly eyes. It's so funny.
That's also kind of how I felt, because I said the same thing to you when I started watching I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, oh, the slimes in that show are slimes that you would have drawn, Jonathan.
Yeah. A lot of people, so I read this online, actually dropped the show after the first episode because, you know, the blonde-haired one at night turns into a full-grown woman because she's a succubus. And people thought it was going to be like one of those shows. But it has not been one of those shows. It's actually been sweet. It's actually been pretty fun to watch. It's like he's actually helping her become a better adventurer.
Yeah, I love every bit of the show and its characters, and how honorable all the characters are, even when like the other succubus that he calls in for help to help understand her.
Yeah.
Is really sweet, because she is, you know, like she wants help and she gives it, but she's still stuck in her succubus ways, and so she's like, oh crap, I did it again, you know, like. And I think that all of the characters are really great, and I think it's going to be a pretty successful show.
I hope so too. You know, this is actually advertised everywhere in Ikebukuro Station. So like,
really?
So like, they're probably counting on this on being a big hit. Yeah, it has just as much advertising now as when the first season of "'Tis Time for Torture Princess" aired. So if that was a hit, and since that's coming back this season, there's a good chance that this show will also probably be a hit as well. And I'm also liking the fact that it's not an isekai. Like, it's an actual fantasy show. It's not someone that was reincarnated to another world.
That's what I loved so much about Frieren from the beginning. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a fantasy show.
Yeah.
No freaking stats.
Yeah, no stats.
No, like, this is a fantasy Dungeons and Frieren is literally a post Dungeons and Dragons adventure. What happens when the elf outlives her party?
Yeah,
you know, it's great. I love, but we're not talking about Frieren. We're talking about. So.
Yeah, we're talking about this one. And there are no stats in Daily Grind. It's just learning to be a better, not gaining new powers or like getting upgrades. Maybe.
Well, kind of, yeah, but not in the sense that you're talking about for like RPGs.
Yes, not in the RPG sense, more in the real life sense.
Yeah.
Real life or fantasy? Is it just fantasy? Okay. But yeah, Adventure's Daily Grind, age 29. I'm glad you like this show too, JonStar.
Yeah.
It's a fun watch. It's a very fun watch. Next one, Roll Over and Die.
This one has stats, but I think that this one is kind of cool. It's a revenge story, and it has a scummy, hero in it, kind of like shield hero in a way. Mm-hmm. But like, there's this girl who was destined to become a hero. She was chosen by the gods of this world to be a hero because she was like imbued with these powers, but her stats level is 0. She has 0 stats, and she doesn't know why, so she's completely useless to her hero party. And one of the guys, like the twirling mustache guy in the group, sells her into slavery. And then the slave guy was like, hey, you want your freedom? All right, here's this cursed sword that will kill you when you when you touch it, but you have to use the sword in order to kill these zombies that are about to eat you. And so she picks up the sword, and the sword turns into be an epic weapon, and she is imbued with this power. Like, she's had 0 stats because her power is reverse. So the cursed sword turns into an epic weapon for her, and she becomes like this really amazing hero that is now going out on a revenge quest for like the party that sold her into slavery.
Cool.
It's dark. It's a little dark. It's a little gory, but kind of cool overall. And I've actually been enjoying it as like my dark show.
Nice. Very cool. Right. Andrew's playing Horse Girls again.
Yeah, I switched over into spoilers territory for Solarian Sun, so I'm like, well, Tempsu's watching and he's reading the comic, so I'm not going to spoil it.
Good idea.
So I'm playing Horse Girls for the time being.
All right. Okay. I'm glad you're... Okay. Next show.
Let
me say this.
Okay. All right.
I am 41 years old. I should be watching crime dramas. I should be watching historical fiction. I should be watching World War II documentaries about transistor radios. But no. My brain is like, I want to watch the cute demon daughter just do nice things alongside everything.
Want to watch this girl be nice. Want to watch this little girl be nice.
So, I don't get it. Why am I, I am serious when I'm saying, I should not be watching this anime. I should not be, I should... Yeah, Temsu, you should be watching. I know I should be watching whatever I want. My brain is telling me watch Demon King's Daughter is Too Kind. Because my brain is dumb. But at the same time, it's like, this show is so nice.
It's so good. It's so good. And I've only seen 3.5 episodes. And because I think there's 4 episodes out right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to catch up to it because I know you guys had a discussion going on about the newest episode, and unfortunately I fell asleep halfway through the latest episode, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah. So the latest episode that aired. So it's a Christmas episode. It's breaking the rule. No, and it's
I freaking hated their Christmas mythos. I love this show to death, but I hated the Christmas mythos so much.
It's so generic, but then it gets to the whole thing of, even though I can only grant wishes for humans, I'll grant a wish for you, Demon King Daughter. And then the Demon King Daughter is like, you already granted my wish. My wish was to help you, Santa. And all of a sudden, my eyes just start going. No, get back up there, Tyr. No. And
then all the who's in Whoville cried, boo
hoo. Why? I do not cry at weddings. I do not cry at funerals. I do not cry anywhere. Why did this show make me cry?
Yeah, the first episode really got me good.
Oh, dude, the first episode is so good.
Yeah.
And she is legitimately one of the cutest characters I've ever seen.
Dude, that boy, that is a 32-year-old woman playing this girl. I checked. I looked up at Wikipedia. She is 32 years old. How is she pulling out this voice? legit the cutest sounding voice I have ever heard in my life.
I think she's Japanese. I think that's
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't, dude. If this ever got it is getting a dub. I think the show is getting a dub. I am curious. It cannot be as cute.
It's also not going to be good because I have the unpopular opinion already of like everybody who's just like, oh, like the English voices for Freerun are so great, and I'm just like, I want, like, you have the wrongest opinion ever. It's like Freerun in English is awful. It is the worst thing I've ever heard. Like, you can't beat Japanese Freerun, and that opinion is correct objectively.
Guys, I only find, like, when it comes, so there are exceptions to the rules. I feel like the only time where I feel like a dub gets it right is like with comedy, like straight up comedy. Like, I actually enjoy the English dub for Konosuba. It's not as strong as the Japanese, but it's still pretty good. But I don't know what it is when it comes to like voice actors and actresses in America when it comes to doing things outside of the comedy realm and just not getting the tone right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's far more range, I think, when it comes to Japanese voice actresses. That's just like, that's not like me simping for it. It's like they have naturally higher voices, and so they're able to hit those peaks that just sound better when it comes to characters screaming, and because when you watch anime, there's a lot of emotion.
Yes.
And it will in the case of Freerun, there's a lack of emotion, and they compensated Freerun's lack of emotion when the English voice actress puts way too much emotion into Freerun's voice, and I hate it. So yeah, you have to do it properly, and sometimes you just can't, and that's okay.
I have to say it like this, and I do apologize. When they should have, what's my motivation for Freerun? Autism.
Yeah.
Just have autism is your motivation.
I don't know if you are the one to say I need to apologize for this, Evan.
Nor do I think you're correct, because like you do not share that kind of autism. So
right. Well, that's because of all the years of speech therapy I've had. But like for autistic people who have not had that, like that's the voice that Freerun has in Japanese.
Yeah.
Dude,
he goes after spells.
Yeah, exactly. She wants her Grimoires. And she wants the Grimoires that do just the stupidest things. Like, I won't watch the new episode of Freerun and see the kind of Grimoire that she gets, and it's like, why? But anyway, we were talking about the Demon King's daughter is too kind.
It's great. It's an awesome show. Everybody should watch it. It's probably one of the sleeper hits of the season. Yeah, I don't think many people are talking about it. My funny case of watching it though was, I watched. I can't remember if who watched it first.
I think it might have been me.
I think it was you, and then you recommended us watching it, and then I watched it before Jonathan, and I just said, boyo, Jonathan has to watch out for this new blonde-haired skinny waifu. Like,
yes.
I was like, this is a personal attack on Jonathan's interests, like, because she is great.
Yeah, she's all right.
Okay, so yeah, please watch it. I am concerned though, because this is the same animation studio that did Catch Me at the Ballpark. And I'm worried.
Oh, interesting. So,
I am worried that we're going to see an animation decline happen.
A drop in quality.
Yeah. I'm worried. So I don't want that to happen. So I hope the quality stays the way it is right now.
Right, yeah.
All right. So next one, Wash It All Away.
All right.
Yes.
We'll watch this
one.
one.
I had a bit about this. I haven't watched the new episode. I haven't watched episode 3, but this show perfectly encapsulates why we see laundromats owned by Asian people here in the States, and and this show finally explains it. It's because they're sexually aroused by doing laundry, and so thank you, Wash It All Away, for explaining to us why only Asian people own laundromats.
I mean, how many AVs are there where it's the woman who's stuck in the washer or dryer, or B, them sitting on the washer and dryer and then feeling, ooh. Yes, Tensu, that face. Yeah, they make that face when they're sitting on the washer and the dryer.
But I love the show. I think the show's really fun. It's weird. It's weird in the way of like any kind of special interest anime, right?
It's been a long time since we've had a Niyashike, I feel like.
Well, but this mix Iyashike with special interests. Because we've had special interest animes like Ruri Rocks, we've had special interest animes like Meet Me on the Pier or whatever it's called, the fishing one. And I mean even something like Barakamon, where it was about calligraphy. Yeah. And so this one is about laundry and dry cleaning, which is bizarre, but like it's one of those special interest animes, so it's good. And I've enjoyed it. And the main character was weird because it wasn't until the second episode when they reveal it was like, oh, she lost her memory and she has no memory of who she is. I was like, oh, that was a weird thing to throw out there. Like I thought we were watching a show about a woman who was sexually aroused by laundry. You know,
it comes back in the third episode too.
I'm sure, yeah. And so. But I like it. I think it's an interesting watch.
I don't know why I like this show, but I do like it. Like I will keep watching it for.
All right. I feel like reason. I do have to add this. I may have to start watching this show.
Okay. Yeah. It's weird. And like you're gonna watch the first episode and you're gonna be like, I don't know why, but I have to watch the next episode.
Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, give it a watch. See what you think. You know,
laundry is like the bane of every single person's existence, and yet the show is just like, oh well, I guess I have to take all the stains out of my clothes now.
Okay. Next one. Kai-chan isn't scary. Okay, so.
Oh my gosh.
Yo.
The show is so good.
Best show of the season, maybe, for me.
Can I say this? So the first episode was awesome. Was great. Yeah. I love this concept where it's like this girl can only see these demons and evil spirits, and then she just fucking punches them like this little 5-year-old girl. And then like her teacher is like, "What is going on?" It's like she's starting to realize that. First episode was amazing.
I like the concept that. Because the show is that she's an outcast, everybody thinks she's a freak, but the teacher finds out like it's basically a show about people slowly finding out and liking her.
Yes.
And I like that concept because she's a sweet girl, but she's also really incredibly cool because of how powerful she is as a psychic, and yeah, I don't know. I've fallen in love with the concept just in general, and how it's literally about her trying to make friends as this weird little girl who has a power that nobody else understands.
Can I say, like, when I first was reading about it and I saw the pictures, I thought this was going to be another show like My Clueless First Friend, where they think that she's creepy, but then someone comes in and like changes this girl's world, and like people start becoming friends with her. No, this is Miracle-chan Jr. Basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Miracle-chan Jr.
Because the ghosts are scary.
Oh yeah, those ghosts are scary. They're
wicked
creepy.
Scary. In the first episode, the book ghost was like,
oh my gosh.
Well, but then the concept of the second episode alone, was like, I was like, where did that come from? Like that's disturbing. Like the second episode is straight up disturbing.
Yeah. But can I say something? So I was originally going to end the episode with this show, with talking about this.
Yeah.
But I like the story in the second episode. But I don't know about you, but the animation quality dropped for the second episode. Like, it got a little jolt. It looked a little bit.
I think they kind of went off. I noticed that like the characters couldn't stay on reference. Like the characters kept like changing shape and stuff, which was a little distracting. But not as bad as something like Catch Me at the Ballpark.
Okay. But I noticed it. When I notice when the animation is off, like that says something. But this is other than that, it's a great story. Like I like seeing more stories that take a different route with like horror and comedy like this.
Yeah.
Scum of the Brave.
All right. Did anybody else watch this?
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
All right. What'd you think?
It was fine. Like I didn't really enjoy it all that much.
That's how I feel about it too. I was like, all right, I'm gonna check this out. The character designs are really cool, and then it was like, okay.
It's very shonen, and I need a break from that. Like I'm kind of sick of it.
Although, like, the reason why I had to add this onto the list for sure was because of that opening scene where, like, the girl has, like, the sword up against and she's doing, like, her, like, justice, I'll bring you to justice and everything. And then there's, like, these little chibi gangsters who, like, just, like, you know, shoot her with a pistol and it, like, shoots her in the head and she, like, falls off the building and then it plays the opening. And then, like, and it was like, oh, that was weird. And then the main guy in the orange jacket there, she falls off the building in front of him, and then the gangster finds her and is going to get her. And then, like, the guy in the orange jacket straight up, like, literally, like, curb stomps the gangster's head into Jello.
Yeah.
And, like, and it was like, whoa, hold on a second. We just saw a TV version of that gangster in the last scene. And it's super violent. Like, it's super, but, like, it pairs the super violent with the over-the-top chibi comedy as well, and the juxtaposition between the two is just so jarring that it makes you feel something, and that's kind of why I feel like it's like, okay, let's put this one on the list just because it's interesting. Story, not really that great. I probably am going to drop it after the second or third episode.
I've already dropped it after I watched one episode. I was like, that was enough for me. I don't think I'm going to watch the rest of this.
It took a long time to get anywhere. Like, it took a long time to tell any story at all. So.
Okay. All right. So, move on. Okay. Tamon's B-side. So, this is a story about this girl who's a big Idol fan, and her big favorite is this pig-haired one, Tamon. But it turns out he has super hardcore social anxiety. So when he's on stage with his other boy band, he's this cool, super cool guy. But where he lives, when he's by himself, he's like ultimate super duper shut-in kind of a character. And she, by pure coincidence, becomes his housemate. And so she is now trying to help Tamon be as extroverted when the cameras are off of him as he is when the cameras are on him. It's a very good concept. Sayori Hayami plays the main girl, so the voice of Your Forger plays the fangirl.
Oh,
she does it so well. This is one of those shows where I don't know whether or not I'm getting into it or not. The comedy is very good, but I think because the show focuses on the world of boy idols, and boy idols are things that I just have zero interest in whatsoever, that's what's kind of making it sometimes hard for me to watch. Because it's about a world that I just have zero interest in. But what keeps dragging me back in is the comedic timing between the girl and Tamon, and just the situations that they are placed in when they go out into the real world. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It's I would say maybe give the first 2 episodes a watch and see if it's to your liking. If it's not, then it's completely understandable. Because, like I said, you have to know about like boy idol bands, whether it's from Japan or rest of the world or like K-pop or any of that. But if you can overlook that, which is what I'm doing my best to do, you're gonna get a very funny show. So like, if the show keeps being funny, I will keep on watching it. But if it starts toning down the humor and it focuses more on, you know, the idol side, that's when I might start tuning out. So, give it a chance. See if you like it or not. Next one. Tune in to the Midnight Heart. Have either of you watched this?
So I looked at it twice. I read the description, and for some reason, it just did, like, the description alone didn't capture me, and I already had too many shows on my plate that I was trying to catch up with. And so I've skipped over this one.
Okay.
But it was on my radar. It was on my radar to watch, though.
Okay. So I reviewed the first volume of this manga when it came out. Okay. And not only that, it's from the same author of Senryu Girl and Detectives These Days Are Crazy. It's the same author. So you kind of get some of that, like, that wild, like, crazy humor sometimes that you see in Detectives These Days Are Crazy Tune Into the Midnight Heart. So the concept of the show is the main protagonist, when he was like in elementary and middle school, he would listen to this online radio show, and he would be the sole listener of this radio show. And it would kind of become like this conversation between this female voice that was hosting this live stream and him. But then all of a sudden, she stops live streaming, and he has no idea where she is, or what happened to her. High school comes around. He goes to this high school, and he hears the announcements, daily announcements, and it's that voice. And he goes in, opens the door. There are 4 women there, and odds are one of those 4 women is that voice, that female voice that he talked to many years ago. It is an interesting premise. The humor is pretty good. You know, I'm trying to think, because, you know, it does have similar storylines to that of like stuff like We Never Learned and Quintessential Quintuplets, where the guy is now trying to help the 4 girls achieve their goals and dreams. Where while the We Never Learned and the Quintuplets was just about studying, he's trying to help these 4 with their future career paths. One wants to be a singer, one wants to be an actress, one wants to be a voice actress, and one wants to be a VTuber. And so far, like I said, I like the first volume of the manga, and the first few episodes of it have been pretty good.
Okay.
So, give it a watch. It's a good. I think it's a fun show. Yeah. This show, The Invisible Man and His Soon-to-Be Wife. So, the woman is blind. So she has, so it's this concept of her now dating a man that nobody can see.
Yep.
And have you watched this?
I did. I watched the first episode.
Man, first off, I'm glad to see more shows about adult relationships.
That's true.
Second thing is, I just really like the chemistry between these two. They are so sweet and they're so adorable. And it is another show where it's like it's a fantastical world because you have all these different sorts of beasts and monsters and other creatures that live in this world. But like when the show is focused on these two, it's just so endearing. It's nice to watch a rom-com where you know that the two will get together. Technically, they already are together, and one day they will be married. but it's watching their love continue to grow as the days go on.
I thought that the show would have been more intriguing if he was the only Invisible Man. Like, if he wasn't in a world filled with other weird creatures, like if he was like the Invisible Man from like the movies who was like developed in like a science lab or something like that.
Okay.
And, you know, and then he feels disconnected from the world because he can't be seen, but the one who does see him is like the blind woman. And I think that would have been a little bit more romantic for me instead of like being in a world where there's all these other monsters and really creepy creatures. So which means that there's probably other invisible people, which means that like he could probably, you know, also fall in love with somebody else. No, I want the story where the only way that he could fall in love with somebody is for somebody who is blind is the one who can see him. And I think that might have captured me a little bit more if they took out the fantasy element from the rest of the show.
Okay.
Other than that, though, like straight up furry bait in this show.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, with like the other office worker that they have there who is just like a giant, like literal DeviantArt furry wolf. It's just
something for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, that was like the show last season. That was like the girl falling in love with the anthro guy,
which I didn't watch.
None of us watched it. None of us talked about it, but I see it all over Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will say this. You've only seen the first episode, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be continuing it either.
Dude, okay.
With you.
Go online and listen to the opening theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, how I felt every time I heard the song Hello in City is exactly how I feel when I hear this opening theme song from The Invisible Man. It's like the theme song might actually get you to watch more. I'll say that. It's just, it's so pretty. It's such a pretty song. It just makes you feel like you're home.
Mm-hmm.
So, just at least watch that.
Yeah.
All right. Apologies. We're not going to be doing something wholesome next. Does it count if you lose your innocence to an android? And the answer to that question is no. No. It does not count. I'm the only one who watched this, right?
I don't even think I know this show.
It's a short
It's the
one.
first time I'm hearing of it.
So this is a 4-minute anime, and it's basically, yes, it is. It's a 4-minute porn anime. I mean, it combines the two things that Japan is great at, which is anime and lesbian porn. But like, it's I
thought you were going to mention robots too, but
okay, 3 things: anime, robots, and lesbian porn. All 3 in one. There you go. Temsu. No, Andrew. No, Andrew. No, Temsu. It's not the no. You don't do that to the android. The android does that to you. I'm sorry. I don't think I could say what he just put. Yeah. It's it is exactly what you think it is. If you do not like this sort of thing, do not watch this show. But it's only 4 minutes long. It airs every Saturday morning on my end, so it's like, that's just a quick watch.
Wow.
And I'm dead. Yes, you will be dead because of what the android does to you, Temsu. Okay. Alright, so so we are going into kind of isekai territory here, but there was a cute girl in the hero's party, so I tried confessing to her. Mm-hmm. So the black-haired guy was isekai'd and became the second in command to the Demon Lord. And the hero's party has reached the Demon Lord's castle, and he constantly defeats that. And before they get to the Demon Lord, they have to fight him, and he always beats them. But he starts falling in love with the blue-haired mage, blue-haired wizard girl. So one day, after months of the party coming to try to defeat the Demon Lord, he finally lets them go on the condition that the blue-haired wizard girl stays behind. And he confesses to her, gets rejected, and Demon Lord gets defeated. So he decides to throw away his demon powers, as it were, become a human, and try again with getting to know the cute girl in the hero's party. It's actually really sweet. Like, they start, like, yeah, so she knows that he crushes on her, but they're taking it slow. They're starting out as friends, and it's been enjoyable. It's kind of up there with, like, what was the other show we were talking? I don't think we were talking about it. No. Oh.
The Android one.
No, not the Android one. No. It's like it's like with the Invisible Man
Or as
show,
Tempsu
where it's like
said, the Handroid one.
the Android. Yeah. Okay. But it's cute. It's nice, and you find out like there are like the other characters of the hero's party are dealing with their own romantic troubles. They're in love with someone else, and it's them trying to figure out the proper way to like show their feelings and how to build something of a relationship.
Yeah, I'm down for a show like this.
It's
Yeah,
nice. It's nice.
This
sounds
one's in
good.
my list, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. I initially started watching it because cute blue-haired girl, but I'm glad
Sure, yeah.
But I'm glad they're sticking to it and watching more. So for me, this is my favorite rom-com of the season, which is In the Clear, Moonlit Dusk. But here's the thing. So I have on the left-hand side the anime version, on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side you have the manga version. They stole my goth tomboy away from me. I was hoping it would be goth tomboy that starts to build a relationship, but like her in this variation here, it's just she. As much as I love my tomboys, she's still like a Sarah Plain and Tall kind of tomboy. I was hoping to see like the goth-looking tomboy that the manga had presented. But despite that character design difference, it's still again, I read the manga for this, and it's a great manga. And the anime seems to be doing pretty well with the adaptation of it so far. So he is like the first guy to actually see her as a woman, by the way. So everybody else like sees her as like the prince character, like what you would see in Monthly Girls Ozaki-kun, or
There was one last season too.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of it.
Yeah, but
The one with the three sisters.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that was the
Mikadona
summer.
sisters.
Mikadona sisters. Yeah, the Mikadona sisters. Yeah, because the woman is part of like that Takurazura kind of show. Part of that Takurazura theater company. But he is the first to see her as a woman and as someone that is beautiful and not handsome. And very similar to like the cute girl in Hero's Party, they first start to grow as friends and then leading towards possible romance. I like the show, even though I'm kind of disappointed that the character design is different. Tell me if I'm crazy or not, because is the character design in the manga different from the character design in the anime?
No, the manga definitely looks like a yaoi manga.
Yeah. Okay.
Fingers and all.
Yeah, it's very different. Okay. But It's a good show. I like the dynamics of the characters. I like that the more that he hangs out with her, the more everybody else starts seeing her as a woman and
Right.
not the princely character. So, which is a nice change of pace, because when you have these characters, they never get out of the prince mentality, or they're never seen as other than a prince mentality, a prince character. All right. So I think we're down to 2 more shows. So the next one is you can't be
Yep.
in a rom-com with your childhood friends.
Yeah. You also can't be in a good show with your childhood friends.
So, I'm guilty. I'm totally guilty pleasuring this show.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think it's like a top tier harem rom-com.
Yes.
Because the premise of the show, again, so in the same exact way that my best friend's little sister has it out for me, the premise of the show falls apart immediately, like just based off the title and then based off the story. The premise just falls to pieces, because it's a show about every single character is very overtly in love with one another.
Yes.
And but because of the main character's preconceived notions, he's like, nah. But even though everything is telling him the opposite.
Right? Exactly. And
then,
you know, can I say, like, that's kind of why I like this show? It's like these 4 women are legit trying to be like, we like you. And he's like, nah, the childhood thing doesn't happen in real life. This is real life. I do like you.
Yeah. And the thing that's kind of bugging me at the moment is the other 2 characters haven't even shown up yet.
Yeah.
We're going into episode 4 and we've only seen half the cast. Now, one of the things I do like is, so obviously our main girl is the blue-haired girl.
Yes.
Right? Like, she's our main girl. I already like the tsundere girl a lot. Like, she's actually my favorite of the 2 so far.
I like the fact too that even though she is a tsundere, she's trying her best to like emphasize that she likes him.
Yeah, she's trying to break the habit of
she's trying to break the habit.
She's like, what, you know, that whole like, why every time do I mess it up? Do I have to be mean to him? You know, that kind of a whole thing. But I like her the best. I think she's a lot cuter than the main girl there. And but that, yeah, as far as a premise, I'm looking forward to, like, obviously the tomboy character, and it's
dark skinned tomboy character, dark skinned tomboy.
Correct, yeah, and I'm interested to see like where they are in relation, because they're all his childhood friends, and we've established that he lives on the corner of a street. His next door neighbor is the blue-haired girl, and her next door neighbor is the tsundere girl. And they seem to all get together for like these family gatherings that all their families are friends with one another.
Okay.
And so now the question is how do these other 2 girls come into play? Like, are they the neighbors across the street? Are they like, because that's like the premise is like, oh, they all live in the same neighborhood with one another. Now, how are they in relationship to one another? So I'm just waiting to see how that turns out. But this is a very guilty pleasure. Like, is this, dang, what's it called? The one with
you can't be
the other.
Can a boy girl friendship survive?
No. The one that was like super high quality harem where, like, he was making friends with the girl. Oh, breaking a girl's heart. What was it? The one with Lemon. What's?
Oh, Makin.
Yeah.
Too many losing heroines. Too many
losing heroines. Thank you. Like, obviously, this isn't that.
Yeah.
Nothing will be that good for a while, at least, until Makin season 2 comes out.
Which is, I think, the spring, actually.
Yeah, which would be awesome. But this show is like a good tide over as a guilty pleasure. It's not going to be a great show, but it's still like cute and fun, and it's a harem.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something like that.
Can I also add too? Like, I'm glad, like, because one of the things I hated in both can a boy-girl friendship survive, and my friend's little sister had. It's like just as soon as it seems like they're showing their emotions, like they do this stupid like the laugh kind of a thing.
Oh yeah,
and that annoyed the piss out of me every time that happened in the show. I'm glad that so far none of the women are like pulling back.
I started watching this show at 6 p.m. on a weeknight, and then I got about 10 minutes in, and then I woke up and both episode 1 and 2 were over. I was just like completely out on this show. Like it was just like a straight up not for me.
Okay, fair enough. But I think for Andrew and I would say that rom-com with childhood friends definitely is starting out on the right foot.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah. Actually, no, it started out on the left foot.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, you get to see their feet in both episodes.
Yeah.
I'll only stop making fun of feet stuff when I run out of jokes for it.
Okay. This now leads to the last show on our list, which is You and I Are Polar Opposites.
Yeah, I love this one.
Oh, this is top tier. This is a top tier show.
Okay, I want to hear your reasons for this.
Because the main character is awesome.
Yeah, and also because of all of the reasons that you had described in the last show are not in this one. There's a multitude of reasons why I like this show. One, sorry, a very, very minor spoiler. She confesses her love to him in the first episode, and they start dating in the second episode. So, like, that's cool for me. Yes, it is a high school relationship, which is like, all right, we're tired of that. Evan, you were really happy that there was an adult relationship with the invisible man one, which I completely agree with. However, the thing that I love about the show is the dynamic of all of the other students in the classroom. How they all come together and are like encouraging to one another, and there's actually like a full-on classroom relationship in the same way that like My Hero Academia works, where they actually kept track of the entire classroom to kind of keep the show going together with the relationship things. It's happening in this show too, and that's what I like about it.
Okay. So, here's the thing, and I'll let you talk about it too, Andrew, in a moment, but here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I read the manga for You and I Are Polar Opposites.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, I covered the first 6 volumes of the manga, because Viz Media releases it, and, I get, review copies of just about anything that they sell. So, I read up to volume 6. Mm-hmm. It's 10 volumes. The series is completed, but I think they're at volume 8 right now, and I stopped covering it at volume 6. So I dropped You and I Are Polar Opposites, and the reason why I dropped it was, so I will agree with you, John, where it starts off great. Like, it starts out really, really well, like with the first episode, the confession, and they're already starting to date. I like that. It was really good. But then, not only with the main characters, the main 2 characters, the main couple, but with the side characters, it starts to, like, not know what to do with them after this love confession. Like, it doesn't know what to do with the main couple now that they've already started dating one another. Like for me, like this should be like, we should be getting some really cool storylines. Like, okay, now they're a couple. What now? Well, they just wind up doing the same sorts of things that you would see people who are still haven't confessed their love to one another do. Like going to the movies and going out to lunch and all this stuff. So it feels like even though there's a love confession that's already been said, they're still going through the same motions as if the love confession didn't even happen yet. And I was hoping for something new. I was hoping that we would see something different, like see him do different things outside of that norm. And then you've got all these other characters, the classmates and the friends, who also are kind of dealing with their own feelings and emotions for other characters and such. And they just don't do anything with them. Like not, it just drags it out to a point where like I just started getting really frustrated with the narrative. So like volume 1, so I'll say it like this. So the first volume of You and I Are Polar Opposites was like 9 out of 10 for me. The quality of it dropped in volume 2. That was like, but it was still good, like a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. All the other volumes were like 2 stars and 1.5 stars because they were doing nothing with the characters, and what they were whatever it was that they were doing with the characters was exactly the same as what I've seen in other rom-coms similar to You and I Are Polar Opposites. So initially I was excited for this anime adaptation, but the more I read the manga, the less excited I got, to the point where I dropped the series and decided I'm not going to watch the anime adaptation because I'm going to get disappointed just as I did with the manga version. And that's why I'm not watching You and I Are Polar Opposites.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair.
Okay.
I mean, I believe it in the sense that, like, because Japan, when it comes to anime, Japan thrives on the will they, won't they aspect.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. And, like, that's how they do their romance. That's why things drag out for so long, because it's like, oh, I don't know. And taking that out of the equation right in the first episode is kind of big for a Japanese property. And I can definitely see them having like absolutely no idea like what they're gonna do as far as continuing and using characters, because they've already kind of I do applaud them for trying to do something a little bit different though.
But what's so different about Evan, I think this is exactly to your point. What is so different about having a couple confess their love to one another and still keep the will they, won't they aspect of it? Because you and I are polar opposites. Therefore, is that relationship going to survive? Right? So, like, you can get the same exact beats out of that regardless of where you put the confession, I suppose.
Okay. So, you know, that's my reason why I am not watching the anime, because like it's...
Hey, you've already experienced it.
Yeah, I've already experienced it, and I was disappointed the first time around. And
10 volumes is a lot for this kind of a premise.
yeah, 10 volumes. Like, I've read, you know, rom-coms, like perhaps like kind of. Okay. 10 volumes is a lot for a premise like this. Like, I feel like that this could have just been a nice short series, like maybe a 4 or 5 volumes, but for it to be dragged out for 10 volumes, like, it's just, like I said, I got bored. I got tired of what I was reading, and it felt like nothing was progressing like it should have been progressing. For me, if you want a series where the couple not only starts a relationship, but they get married right off the bat, and they start to get to know one another after that fact. That's why I like Fly Me to the Moon or Tonikawa Over the Moon for You, because the characters of Nasa and Tsukasa do such a great job with like getting to know each other and just watching their love grow constantly with every new experience they have. And it's a fun series. And it's like this, for me, this is how you do a series where the love and romance has already been confirmed. Let's see where they take it from here. Because it's funny, it's enjoyable, it's sweet. We were talking about perfect romances and perfect relationships just a while back. I would say like Fly Me to the Moon or Tonikawa, however you say it, that is like the ideal couple. Nasa and Tsukasa for me is like the ideal rom-com couple. So like that's the kind of love you want to have in your life, is like love like them. But going back to you and I are polar opposites. It's like, yeah, they've established their relationship, they're in love, but they're not really doing anything unique with it.
Sorry, I picked the wrong skill. That's bad. I just wasted tons of skill. Oh my gosh.
Oh no. So that's why I'm not watching You and I Are Polar Opposites. And I feel like there are other stories that have done the already established relationship thing better. And I feel like that you'll get that more in the Invisible Man show. Like, their relationship is already established, and they're growing in a way that's kind of unique.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So that's my opinion. That's all for the shows that I think we talked about. Was there any other anime that I didn't list?
No, I think I watched them all.
Awesome.
I think those were all.
Oh my gosh, we actually got through it.
Yeah, we did.
Thank goodness. All right.
Under 4 hours.
Yeah, just under 4 hours. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties with this episode. I have no idea what was going on with Streamlabs today.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are what we are watching, and we have some good, we have some bad, and listeners, if there's any other shows you think we should be watching or keeping an eye on, please let us know. I don't think we'll have time to watch them, but just acknowledge them. Just acknowledge what we're missing. So, with that, I think that is about the end of this week's episode of Duck Amuck in Japan. Let us do our shameless plugs. Andrew, take it away.
Okay, well, if you guys would like to check out what I have going on, you can head to solariansun.com and read my comic book totally for free. When you go to my website, you can check out all the beta pages that I'm posting up every week, every Friday. There's new pages for you. Volume 2 is actually almost completely up there, but if you want to see everything new that is coming out, you can head to patreon.com/AFLM, where you can subscribe for as little as $5 a month. That's one less cup of coffee for a month, just so that you can get an entirely independent comic book. And I'm about to pass page 1,000. I don't know if you guys, when you guys were watching the show, I was doing page 994. So literally 6 pages away from hitting that big 1,000 page benchmark. And I'm also doing chapter 34 currently, which is the final chapter in volume 5. So as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, when we're talking about the podcast focused on comics, there is probably going to be a Kickstarter this year within the next 6 months or so. I'll keep you updated on that. So yeah, we're kicking it. So, but you can also follow me on all my social medias on X and Instagram at AFLM_art.
Awesome. And JonStar.
Yes. First off, great to hear from you, Temsu. Glad that you stuck it out with us.
Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe.
You can just find me on Instagram at the Line Block, doing some cool art. One of my New Year's resolutions this year is to try to draw at least one picture every week and get better at drawing heads. I found this random idea generator online that I've been using to do my current drawings. So like all my little doodles that are coming up on Instagram are thanks to just a random idea generator. And you can read my book, I Think Life's All Right, for free on there. And that is all I have.
Okay. And as always, for our listeners, please be sure to visit the website b3crew.com currently, because as you may recall, Boston Bash Brigade is coming to an end March 31st. And so after that, we'll be switching over officially to the Duck Amuck in Japan website. So for now, you can follow me at KingBabyDuckESH on Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. We still have a Tumblr page, if that sounds crazy enough, b3crew.tumblr.com.
Yes, that is kind of crazy. So
Listen, ever since they got rid of the porn, people are now coming to see me on Tumblr for some reason, because I keep getting lots of likes on there.
They go to play the Tumblr game and they get b3crew.com.
Exactly. And then, of course, facebook.com/Boston Bash Brigade. Follow us here on twitch.tv/Duck Amuck in Japan and youtube.com/Duck Amuck in Japan. Got some good things coming up very, very soon here on Duck Amuck. Might be getting a couple of band interviews happening soon, and I know there's a couple of conventions happening as well. And concerts, a lot of fun stuff happening here in the land of the rising sun. So please stay tuned, stick around, and hopefully what we say, what we do will pique your interest. Oh, and one other thing too, I'm gonna try to do more live streaming when it comes to like video game Let's Plays. I need to train myself to be better at that. Because like I've streamed video games on Twitch. I just keep forgetting to interact with the audience because I'm so engulfed in the game. It's so hard, dude. It's so hard. You don't understand how hard that can be. So yeah, that is it. So until next time, this is your King Baby Duck.
AFLM.
JonStar.
Reminding you, if you're going to chase your dreams, make sure you run amok.
Amok.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.